everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Friday. Welcome to the beginning of your weekend, should your weekend begin on a Friday morning. Got a last third of my cup of coffee. Oh, my lights is... Oh, yeah, it's working. It feels bright, though. I don't know about that. Maybe we'll mood lighting it up today. Welcome back to alt leveling days. Here, I'll turn the webcam off unless Mosey's on over. This alt is the one. If we need a break from leveling, we can pop on to one of our other 80s to do like a chet list or something, but for the time being, we're in Dragonflight. I'm level 27, and I spent yesterday getting noodled around by a bunch of quests that weren't terribly efficient, so maybe this time I'll be able to kind of like get on the groove a little bit better. Morning, Miss Hazel. Have an awesome stream. Thank you very, very much. Welcome back. Feels like we were just here. We had an off-hour stream. Oh, I didn't even log him out and rested. I just logged him out right here. Oh, you know what happened is yesterday I logged off him in a hurry because I wanted to go do the Nightfall event on my main because they had just hotfixed it and it was rumored to be working. Oh, hey, pristine mysterious satchel. Imagine that. Ta-da. Yeah. And a ritual knife that I have, an extra bottle of wisdom. I don't think we're going to be running out of those in a hurry. I've got 3 banked and 40... Okay, no minutes. no additional minutes, so I guess I'll pop one and then we'll have 2 of them banked. There we go. Are those an upgrade for me? Yeah, I guess they are. I think they just might be. How did it go with the house hunting? It was all right. I mean, I didn't like die, which is usually a good starting point for any time I've left my home. I made it there and back without any major traffic or social violations. I don't think that's going to be my house for a couple of reasons, though. I liked it a lot, but I don't think it's going to work out. We're going to keep looking. May or may not affect your plans. The first time a non-AD tune kills a mob in Dragonflight, you're guaranteed a satchel that drops mogs. If you log in from alt to alt, you can get a lot of mog. Oh, okay. That would be one way of doing it. I think I'm probably not going to worry about that until I'm, like, towards the end of the event in Desperate, though, because the satchels seem to drop fairly quickly and consistently when you're just like leveling anyways, and I'm just leveling anyways, so I think it'll be okay. Good tip, though. Good to know. Alright, that's right. We're gonna click on these things. That's the thing. Morning, Hazel. Good morning! Oh, man. Yeah, it was nice. I'm still tired from yesterday, to be honest with you. I bet I'll pick up when we have the rest of the coffee. That trip took a lot out of me. And then we had a fun stream and that was good. That was nice to kind of unwind. It's just a lot of stuff going on that needs to come together. And I'm like not very good at doing more than like 0.3 of a thing at a time. That's alright. Right now all we gotta do is level. We're starting at 27, which is a lovely level to be. I was enjoying the Void Elf in the Venthyr kind of transmog, and I was thinking maybe I should put together some more sets like that. I bet you I have something even more so, you know, just to really dress them up. New alt? Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a cutscene, thank goodness. I thought my graphics card just died. So my monitor went black, and I thought, oh dear, not today. Let me see. We had Thromar, thank you for the 7-month resub. Very much appreciated. No worries. All good. GPUs are cheap now, right? I'm not looking and I refuse to look. I'm just not gonna let that happen to me. I suppose if it really, like if this one burned out and I swapped in my other PC and then that one burned out, then I would do something, and that would be at that point a tax write-off because you'd have to do it to stream. But, you know, let's knock on wood and burn some herbs or something, because we're not tempting that kind of GG. Jamie Lee, thank you for the 71-month resub. Happy Twitchiversary, plus 2 days. Manifesting the perfect host for you. Can't wait to follow the journey. Thank you. I appreciate all the manifesting we can get. We're gonna need it. I'm trying to stay optimistic, and it's hard when you're such a negative Nelly. I'm such a melodramatic girl. That like every time something doesn't work out, I'm like, oh, it'll never happen. Like I'm an absolute meme. I'm not doing this pit battle, and these quests are also not good, and that's just a world quest. We're gonna keep trucking away, I think, on the campaign. That's probably the fastest thing we can do. Just now finishing the Undermine campaign. What do you think? You having fun? I really enjoyed it. I thought that I thought it was really fun. The campaign and the side quests out there, actually. I ended up doing all of those as well. Oh, I got a level at some point. What do we get? I've been kind of trying to take easy things, but it's hard when you're a mage and sometimes they're tough. I mean, I do want things like V-Curse and Ice Block and Alter Time. I'm going to take Alter Time. Not because I think I should have it, but because if I'm going to get used to it, I may as well start soon. Returning you to your current location health when cast a second time or after 10 seconds. You use it like before damage, or if you need to move out and then come back to something. I think I'm gonna need to grow a couple new brain cells for that one. We'll work on it. We'll look into that. Maybe it'll be like a chia pet. We can just spread some little brain cell seeds and you know, a little sunshine and water, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna be smart. What time is it for you right now so I can figure out our time difference? Currently 9:13 in the morning for me. I am on West Coast time, Pacific time.
Rathian, you have my gratitude.
Oh, pardon me. Slurpy coffee sounds. This is definitely the normal time slot, the 9 to noon. Hello, Hazel and chat. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope you're at the beginning of a lovely weekend. I hope spring weather is treating everybody okay. It's gonna be May soon. We were looking at the calendar and realizing that Mother's Day is coming up again as well. I saw like a kind of an upsetting jewelry advertisement, and it was for Mother's Day, and I thought, oh yeah, that's coming up. I'm not gonna get that thing, but I should do something. Okay. Hi, Rathian. How you doing? Oh, you've got talking to do. If you're gonna be talking, I'm gonna be playing dress up. I'm warning you. Earlier in your schedule says it is 12:13 here. It should be. The time should be correct. The schedule should adapt for the time change. Sometimes the time zones will misbehave, but I shouldn't be on earlier than I say. It should be exactly right. I want to see what kind of robes he has that are even more, to be honest, breezy than the one that he has now. Not like, you know, I feel like he would want to show off, not like he doesn't need to wear like a bikini or anything, although, you know, options open. It is summertime. There's some tattoos. That's actually kind of cool. Just the Bloodhunter tattoos from the Bloodhunter set. Time shown is America, Los Angeles time. That should be the same time zone, right? It's just a big vertical slice of the continent. Got back east after a week in Victoria and Vancouver, and holy smokes, that was nice weather. I'm so glad that that it behaved for you guys. I hope you loved it out here. I hope you saw all the beautiful things. I hope you had a lovely time. Alright, so that's just a cutscene. And then we're chatting. Skip and unlock stuff. Sure. I might be removing quests that I would need to do. I'm trying to level through the campaign and I keep skipping campaign, which is maybe not ideal. Sharp practice in the waking shores. That's into the plains. Sharp practice. Over here somewhere? Maybe we have to pick a guy. Hi, Rathian. Or Sibelian. I always pick Sibelian just because Rathian seemed kind of whiny. And I recognized him and I didn't want the name recognition to be carrying him. I wanted him to earn it on his own. Michigan, 3-hour difference from California. Oh, okay. So this looks like half decent experience, but I am a little nervous that it would just end up being very slow because they were such elite. They were elite quests to begin with. I think we might be leaving for another zone, to be honest with you. I think we're heading into the Yunnaran Plains. I don't know where the next Waking Shore one is, and honestly, I feel like we've done enough of them anyway. We're level 28. We got 18 levels out here. It's all good. I almost wish the bonus objectives were more rewarding. There was an era of WoW leveling where bonus objectives were really good, to the point that you would go and see. You would do like 95% of them, and then you would move on and leave it behind so that you could then come back and do the rest of it. Like in a big bunch with like experience potions and stuff. Just one second. Coffee Mafia, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. I just finished my coffee. My realtor. Hi, kitty cat. Okay. Hi, sweetie. How you doing? It was so cute. She was snapping this morning in the sunny spot that was coming in the window because the weather's so nice right now. Hi. You see her? Yeah, she's right there. Nice. Okay, so we were heading into the plains. I remember the unarmed plains leveling actually being quite good. I remember this campaign and these quests being a lot more straightforward and easier to find. Came in to nest for the pet drop, but your stream has such a comfy, cozy vibe I couldn't help myself. That is very flattering. I really appreciate it. Oh. Also, I remember there's a pet drop. I need to turn that on at some point. Sometimes I get them from my own stream, and then sometimes I don't. I'll try and leave my computer on after stream today. This is an expedition scout pack. I really don't need to pick these up. They don't do me any good at all. I'm just stuck in Dragonflight mode. Did you guys have a favorite zone from the Dragonflight zones? This one is kind of... I'm being hit by a little bit of a nostalgia wave now that I'm out here. Look at how pretty the clouds are. I don't look up enough. Look at how lovely that is. It's like a feather. It's like what do you call the big feathery grass stalks that pampas grass is what that reminds me of. I think he's already dead. I don't think they need me to slay him though. Maybe we'll go do a climbing world quest and he'll be back. Oh no, he's back. He's back. Okay, I can presence of mind and then just hit a couple of arcane blasts. That'll be a good start. I have cooldowns. Shifting power is a channel that reduces my cooldowns. So that would be a good like after cooldowns thing. And then arcane surge is my sort of it's an AoE actually, but it's just a cooldown as well. Damage to current target, and then my mana regen and spell damage is increased after that. Gotcha. Oh, another satchel. Oh, look, I've got a bunch of them actually. Oh, I got two more pieces of Mog and another couple of bottles of wisdom. Nice. Ignoros on a 35 stream streak. Thank you very much. Probably this one, at least from launch Dragonflight. Azure Span had a lot of lovely areas, but I don't have like one unified memory of it because it was so different from like the forest to like the icy areas. And I mainly remember trying to fly uphill from the Tuskar village and then running out of gas in my bird. I actually ended up flight pathing more often than not in that area because of how bad I was at managing my dragon vigor, trying to head up the hill. I'm gonna ice block. That's a good idea. The first time I ever met a pack of mobs I couldn't just immediately ruin. Let's see, so maybe an arcane orb, and then maybe we'll freeze them. And then I don't have spell steal. That's Cone of Cold. There's mirror images. Maybe I don't know if Ultra Time can actually help me here. Prismatic barrier. That's a good one. It's the first time I've ever been in trouble. Uh-oh, I've run into other mobs. Oh, I don't know what did it, but I reset to full health. Did I level? I might have leveled. Anyway, I hit full health and then I altered time so I could get back to it again. I don't think I can blame scaling. I think I've just done some questionable pulling. Didn't play during Dragonflight. What you're showing looks really pretty. Yeah, they put out some lovely content. Dragon aspect keeps you alive. Oh, the magic of the red Dragonflight saved me. I was gonna die. That's embarrassing. Oh my goodness. During Arcane Surge, your familiar fires. I have a familiar? Oh, I have a familiar. Casting Arcane Intellect summons. Oh, there it is. I got a little birdie. That's cute. Increases maximum mana. What else do we want here? Damaging spell has a chance to make your Arcane Barrage. Ooh, yeah, that'll be good. Good proc. Yeah, we do fine on one mob at a time. It is occurring to me that I don't have a great plan for an emergency. Perhaps I should spend my arcane charges when I get 4 rather than just spamming with 4 forever. And this one. Because the arcane orb is like 20 seconds. That you can do pretty often. I knew I was going to have to look into what my buttons did sooner or later. I got away for almost 30 levels just spamming Arcane Blast. It was kind of glorious, but I didn't think it was going to work out for the long term. Also, I mistakenly thought that I had a quest over here, and I did not. I have a climbing quest over here. There are quests in that area, but I don't think I'm on them yet. I'm just heading up the wall, don't mind me. Farming Murlocs for no particular reason. Or Gorloks, pardon. Leveling post-Dragonflight is bonkers. Campaign is done by the time you reach the 3rd area. For the first one, flows better for me. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever played the Dragonflight campaign in some time. Selena Locke, thank you very much for the 28-month resub. Appreciate it. Wow, my character can jump really far. He does not look like he would be able to land those leaps, but he's going for it. Aki Leonard on a 19-month resub. Thank you. Hello, Hazel. Hope everything is going great. Hello. Can't complain. Cannot complain in the slightest. Deathsight, thank you for the 11-month resub. Cheers, guys. Oh, we need two more of these. 5 of my characters are 70 now. Nice. I wonder if I should go through. I've talked about doing this yesterday, but I should go through my alts and figure out if I'm gonna get any more of my 70s up to 80, or if I'm gonna just give up on them, because it seems like I'm mainly making new ones. I had a 70 mage I could have been playing. I just wanted to be a void elf, and I didn't have any interest in getting a race change. Zelda Lum, thank you for the 57-month resub. Boop. Thank you very, very much. Holy moly. Long resubs. What do you guys got going on this weekend? I have probably, if I'm smart, I keep climbing up the same thing that has no objectives for me, and that's not helping. There's got to be another path here. Maybe if we head down. I think we need to go down the other side of this rock. Down here, maybe. If I'm smart, I'm gonna sit down and just get organized about what things I need to do. And scrape a couple things off of the list. That would be the clever thing to do. 50 alt slots are there for a reason. Yeah. I also, you know what I could do if I didn't want to delete a bunch of them, is I could make folders. I could hide them away in different, like, campsite folders. That's an option. I could name them things like, you know, don't open dead inside. Going to a book fair tonight and then relaxing for the rest of the weekend. Nice. That's what I do. This way. Because I was going to say, you never know when you're going to need them for something. And that's kind of true. But I find that when I need them for something, I can always kind of make more. It's usually at the end of an expansion when I'm faced with either getting them up to the almost obsolete level cap or just abandoning them forever, that's usually when I face the fact that I might need to delete a few of them because I have no interest in getting them leveled up to 80 in this case. Hi, Hazel Games Nutty. Hi, Scarlett. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing all right. I'm doing not too bad. My hair's still... it's actually drying a little bit. I think we can scrunch this. Did I stop doing raid guides? No, I put out a batch of them for the most recent raid. I've got one more left to do, but the 7 of 8 of them should be up. I am. Finished Waking Shores. I finished as much of Waking Shores as we were going to do. I think I skipped some campaign and then I got stuck, so I decided to just move on to the Onaran Plains. Hey Jordan, how you doing? Happy Friday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm like scraping my brain for news stories, but I streamed not only yesterday, but like late yesterday, and the only thing I really did was have dinner and like, what else did I do? Couch. Didn't move a whole lot. Yeah, on YouTube. youtube.com/hazelnuttygames. That's me. This character is level 29, going on 30. He's almost grown up. He's almost ready for his turning 30 crisis. Here we go. If I was gonna collect things, oh my goodness, my other things couldn't deal. If I was gonna collect things out here while leveling, what do you think I should do? But then the answer is a lot of things. There's Pharek Assaults. There's Dream Surge stuff, patch content. We're not too worried about that. We're just leveling. Yeah, final raid boss comes out later, or in the case of Ansurek, not yet, because the boss is not tested on PTR, so when I'm making the rest of the raid guides, I don't have that footage yet. And by the time I get the footage from my own guild killing the boss, which I have now done, I have reached chronic, how do we say? Personal procrastination crisis. I get a real mental block about it. I don't know why, but I have a hard time going back to them after, and they've been getting later and later over time. Something we're working on. Langwell, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Following a long time, don't see any guide playlists anymore, even for past raids. They should be there. If you look for playlists, they should be in the playlist section. I can probably pull a link if you want the link to the most recent ones. I haven't been posting as many videos between raid tiers, so it's possible the algorithm's kind of dropping me. I will say that the YouTube playlist navigation kind of sucks. YouTube. Here, let me grab a link. Content. Playlists. Liberation of Undermine raid guides. Copy a link to that one. Yeah, so those are the recent ones, but we also have Nearbar Palace, and you don't really need the old ones, but Amir Gasil, they're there. There's an Avarice playlist too. Here for the WoW Twitch pet. Aw, shucks. I need to get mine still. Going here. Nice. One thing that I have a tough time keeping up with when I'm leveling, and maybe this actually would have helped me. How did I unequip one of my trinkets? Is keeping up with putting on upgrades. I don't have that many to put on because I do have heirlooms in most slots, but there definitely are slots where I'm getting upgrades. So those are 117. I think the easiest thing is just to check them one at a time. I'm gonna vendor a few things here. Some of them you can use. You do get kind of fun buffs when you're leveling in the event. I've got like some Noggin Fogger and whatnot. It's mainly the gear that I'm after. Oh, Dragon Racer's Purse. Yeah, I don't need any of the heirloom slot stuff. I'm curious about how I'm doing on the Transmog collection, actually, because I feel like I must have most of the set by now. It looks like all the things... What I was hearing yesterday is that all the things can track these, but that they weren't necessarily showing yet. It might be an alpha build thing. Have the flu? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better soon. That sucks. Missed last few days' house? I've been out looking. I've gone out and looked at a couple more. No, nothing, no good news yet. I promise when I finally, if I finally actually get something and we get to the point of actually signing and getting keys, I will probably cry, to be honest, so we can all share that together. Yeah. We're getting a better feel for some different neighborhoods anyway. It's been a lot of driving because I'm not looking at places that are very close to where I am now. But it's good for me. Before this, the longest I would really drive would be like 20 minutes to go fishing. And this has been getting me out for like hours at a time, and it's been good to kind of shake off a little bit of highway anxiety. I had a little bit of that built up. I was more confident driving in the city than I was in the freeway just because I hadn't spent a lot of time on the highway, but I'm feeling better about it now. This was optional. I don't think we need to ride on there. I think we can just get on our horse and do it ourselves. I also think I have a real talent for finding just like the slowest possible quests that are not necessarily a good idea to do, and then just kind of going for them. Okay. I think I put palm on one of these buttons here. Plus drive anxiety, always a bonus. It's been good for me to get out, and also kind of just get out of my comfort zone, because other people's homes are kind of a weird place to be, and meeting different people. You'd think that most of the time homeowners aren't there, but sometimes someone is, and it's just always, hello, you've never met me before. I'm gonna go like look in your attic. Don't mind me. Miss the weekly news videos. Are there other people who do them? There must be. There must be. I might pick them up again one day, but I might not. I'm not 100% sure. It's the long and short of it is, after a while of not doing them, I realized that it's hard for me to present them in an invested way, because the minutia of like, I still like WoW a lot. I love playing it. I'm very much enjoying the game. But like the ebb and flow of updates and hot fixes and controversies really doesn't matter to me anymore. And it just started to feel disingenuous presenting it as though it did, and it would feel rude to present it as though it didn't. Here's a bunch of stuff I don't care about. It just didn't feel like a very good tone to try and muster. Nothing was as slow as the escort quest in Shatrath. You would start walking with the Arcane guy, and then you would lose him and start again. I do remember that one. Can't be bothered to go to Wowhead and read everything each week? Yeah. Oscar79, thank you for the 56-month resub. Appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of times now, by the time they've hotfixed something, I didn't even realize it was broken before. And then I get around to it like after it's been hotfixed, so I was able to like completely skip all of the any uncertainty about thing being broken in the first place, because I just never had to find out. It's kind of nice being a little bit less on top of things, but that's not to say that I'll never ever do them again. I'm in kind of a weird personal limbo, but I've been in weird personal limbo for a long time. I will not sit here and promise that I'm going to change, because I don't know if I can. in good faith. Let's see. Herb over here. We got the Hornstrider scale. We're looking for an otter cart here, I think. Which feels bad because they're so cute. I love otters. They're adorable. We get them here. If you go hang out by the beach, like by the water for long enough, you're almost certainly going to see seals, because they just swim by and check you out to see if you're fishing or not. And sometimes you get otters swimming by as well, and they're so cute. Didn't even know there was new content until a friend was complaining about how unplayable WoW was with the Nightfall stuff. It did seem pretty, well, from what I heard, was pretty busted at first. A couple of days for them to sort it out. It was working better yesterday. Not perfectly. I still wasn't getting any objectives, but I was able to actually finish the event, which was good. I should probably add some more context here. Pardon me. Started Dragonflight while questing. A friend said, "Oh, now I have to get autocarts," and I shamed her for not long enough. Oh dear. Well, it doesn't help that they don't want to, if it makes you feel any better, they don't want to drop them, which makes me think that most of these autics don't have hearts, and there is something seriously wrong with them. They either weren't going to make it very long anyway, or they have dark secrets that we have yet to uncover. We interrupted a little otter having a bathroom break by the seawall the other day. Very embarrassing for everyone. Oh, man. That's funny. Alright, let's get the thing from up here. Huh. Just makes me more in tune with them. Alright, we need... vulture gizzards? Vulture gizzards. Okay. Spent the last couple of sick days doing low stress war within achievements. Landed like 500 points. Good distraction. Nice. That sounds like fun. That actually reminds me, I had some notion about checking out... There's only 2 delve stories I need left for Glory of the Delver. And most days I've been stopping by just to have a look in the entrance of those 2 delves to see if the stories are up. Even if they're not bountiful, just to have a look. And I haven't checked yet today, so I could, if we at some point need a break from this, we could look for that. Satchel. I feel like I might have most of this mysterious set by now, actually. I feel like I could be collecting just in War Within zones and be busy with that for like a really long time. I suppose if I was going to work on that, I would need to make it a little bit more micro in focus and kind of maybe zone lock myself if I was going to work on War Within collecting as opposed to just the random ping-ponging around that I'm doing now. Working on new things when they're new for a while and then moving on because they're not happening. Imagine zone locking yourself in Undermine to try to 100% the Undermine stuff. I feel like the Miscellaneous Mechanica alone would like ruin your life. You would be so sick of goblins and cars by the end of it. I'm saying this like it's a bad thing. It's kind of tempting. Could be the Goblin Overlord. We're stealing supplies. Now we're doing this area properly. I think last time I didn't have all of my whatchamacallums gear on. I didn't have all my upgraded gear on before, so maybe that was part of my problem. Oh yeah, and the Banners Place quest is really easy. That's just a world quest. Oh, we have more talent points. Okay. I think I'm gonna take Spell Steal. It's like Purge, but fun. Because you get it and you don't just remove it. Someone somewhere is gonna have a buff for me to steal if I just keep looking. I've gotten a little bit lazy about my delves. I think it's because the new event and content and Undermine and stuff kind of pushed them from my mind. But for, well, I guess it was at the same time as Undermine. But for a bit there, I was really trying to get my brand leveled all the way up. I think I made it to like 72, maybe 73 with him. Because I want to get him to 80 and then do Underpin to try to do double question mark Underpin on one of my characters. I don't know which one. Whoever's going to have the easiest time, I suppose. Herbalism specialization, huh? Dragonflight knowledge points. That's worth it. Oh, man. So he's got Mud Barrier. And now... Wait, what do you mean? I'm spell stealing. Okay, I took his Lightning Surge anyway. I didn't get his Mud Barrier. I wanted his Mud Barrier. I want to be muddy too. Okay. I really enjoyed working on the Dragonflight meta. Now that I think of it, all the Bakar kind of reminding me of it. That was fun. It was nice because I worked on it along the way. I think it would have been really overwhelming to try to pick it up at the very last minute. There was a lot of stuff that was kind of easier if you'd already been chipping away at it. I think that my leveling pace is going to pick up based on where it picked up on my Warlock last time, and also I feel like we're getting a bunch of quests done to turn in. I think it'll be good. So what's next on the... And also, it's occurring to me that my stream chat connection might have dropped because I haven't seen anything new in a few minutes, so let me restart that just in case. But... I wonder what's next on the War Within release. I know we're getting Horrific Visions in May. Is there nothing else between now and then patch-wise? This is new. Thank you. I think it was just a little quiet out here. Appreciate it, guys. Friends and I needed a firestorm at Waking Shore, and she called me at 3 a.m. after 2 weeks of us looking out for it to wake me up so we could both get it. She got Tyvan there. I still needed a week or so, but it wasn't time. Oh, man. I'm just imagining the text like, bat signal. It's happening. Get up! I don't think that would happen to me in a million years. I think my phone is pretty well locked down so it won't make noise at nighttime. Hope all is well. Did you see in Discord the Noble Garden carpet actually dropped? I did. I heard. I was so happy for you. The first thing I said was his watch has ended. Tyvan is important. Storms are some of the nastiest achievement requirements. They did make them a little better eventually when they started spawning like double storms at once. But yeah, that was that one took me some time too. Yeah, I want to get these banners placed just to kind of make these quest objectives disappear from my map because right now they're throwing me off a little bit. World bosses in classic rallying 40 troops at all hours. The last time I had to wake up off hours or something like that, I think was for Tormentors of Torghast in Shadowlands. There were events or something that I needed that were on a schedule, and at least you knew when they were going to be. So it wasn't like a surprise that it was going to be at 3 a.m. It was just if I wanted to get a certain one done and I didn't want to have to wait for multiple days, then that was kind of the only time to do it. Yeah, now it's just broken. I guess it's good that I did it because I don't think it's working anymore. Hopefully it gets fixed eventually. It was all caps and she called me 3 times. That's so cute. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun leveling alts for the event. I'm going to do the mage and then maybe a shaman. I think I'm going to do somebody of each armor type just to get like the satchel sets for each armor type. And one of them should be a warrior just so you can maybe get like a ton of weapons. Because I don't think it'll take that long to level them. But then it might be nice to kind of narrow my focus a little bit. Take on a project. I've been doing a lot of everything, a little bit of everything. And it would be nice to have something a little bit more concrete to work on. Nightfall event is still not working properly. It was doing better yesterday. I haven't tried it today yet. Wasn't working 100% though. The events were not triggering correctly. And maybe that's just how it works. I remember Soup used to be like that. Like if a ton of people were at Soup, it wouldn't give, there were only so many jobs that it could give, so people wouldn't get jobs. Arcane surge damage increased. Touch of the Magi, 45-second cooldown. I feel like for leveling, that's kind of not the thing. Consuming charges increases your haste. That's probably more the thing for leveling. There is some new Noble Garden stuff this year. There are new weapon transmogs for 100 egg chocolates each on the just on the vendor. They are recolors of the kind of floral weapon mogs that were on the trading post last year. I miss Soup a bit. Joining group will fix the tasks not showing up for me. Interesting. I haven't tried that yet. Never played Shaman until War Within, and now I've found my Forever class, main Resto and Shaman with enhanced requesting. I was talking about doing that too. People were telling me that Ellie was like the thing to be, like super fun right now. Yeah, I think Soup was probably one of the best world events that they did. The other ones, I feel like even if they were good, they came so late that, and like we kind of had world quest fatigue or world event fatigue by that point. Like some of them. The Big Dig really wasn't bad once they got it sorted out and working a little bit better. But it's you know, by then I think we'd already been kind of burned by all of the other events that we had. Yeah, Super Bloom was terrible. I don't know what the excuse for Super Bloom was when it was like an end patch event that was supposed to be like the culmination of all they learned. It was just a big monstrosity. Why are you buying clothes at the Soup store? See if I've got any other satchels to open here. We are getting totems. Kind of Warbound Gear Nightfall gives us cool. Yeah, I think it'll be really good for helping to gear up these characters, and it's nice that it's not a temporary event or anything. It's just something that we can come in and do. I'm assuming that it's going to be tuned in a way where even if your shard is dead and nobody else is there, you can still complete the event. I'm hoping that they've learned from their earlier lessons. Cough, Primalist Future, cough. The Farak Assault was down there. If I was gonna stick them on a tier list, the Farak Assault was down there, but it was not the worst one for me. I liked it when we fought Ketchup. I forget his name. One of the lieutenants had a K name, and I could never remember it, so I just called him Ketchup. I don't think I'm a very good mage yet. I don't know if I'm supposed to just stand here and hardcast things in people's faces. Ketchup and Frank. Yeah, that's what it was. Ketchup. Assault still owes me dragon armor. I had a tiny jump scare when I opened up all the things in this zone, and it was like, oh, you remember all these things that you don't have? I never even got to find Kiss of Onara. What was I doing? What has become of me? I used to finish things. Super Bloom was way better than the Dust Collection. What was dust collecting? Have I blocked it from my memory? My biggest problem with Super Bloom was that it took like 20 minutes and that participation along the way was almost pointless. Like the best possible thing to do was to wait until the very end and then come and just like tag the, you know, like click 2 things and tag the boss. Barriers heal you for damage absorbed. We can also decurse. Slow. The dust and the fire guys. I must have completely blocked that out. That is not... It probably should ring a bell for me, and it is not ringing a bell for me. Like hunts, but more spread out and worse. Also don't know what you're talking about. Collecting dust. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like thinking back through all the different events. There were Dream Surges, there was Primalist Future, there was Hunts, of course. This is Obsidian Throne. There was the assault on the thingy. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. Got 3 KIO and Arrested Druid in Dragonflight Season 3. Completely forgot about it. Was telling my BF that I haven't played my Resto Druid, and he's like, no, you definitely did. I have a leaky memory for WoW stuff as well. I totally get that. There is no past. There is only now. The Niffin one? The Niffin one was fine. It was pretty forgettable. Dream Surges. Dream Surges. Right. I feel like we barely did them because they weren't that rewarding. I know they gave catch-up gear, but I think by then I didn't need it. I got it. I'm trying to remember what even Dream Surges were. Like, I remember there was a vendor, and they would spawn in different zones. I don't remember what you were supposed to do for them. Okay, heading to the first stop. We're level 32 now. I think it's picking up. Researchers got them at first attempt by accident. I remember people were trying to do, like, achievement progress in researchers, and that seemed really awful. I didn't mind it because I would just join, like, a public raid group, do 4 things, and then call it good. Empowered rares and had world quest rewards were all Dream Surges were, really. If one was bad if you're after the meta, yeah. People needing to, like, repair a certain number of thingies. Okay, we made it. I feel like it's a lot easier to talk me into catch-up gear if there's going to be like brand new appearance sets for it.
Whoever brings back the most game wins.
How far did I even make it on the researchers achievements? If I'm looking at expansion features, no, that wouldn't be it. Exploration, maybe? Dragon Isles, Sandstorms, treasures, stuff. Oh, I didn't get the Birdwatcher one. I tried to work on this achievement, and I'm terrible at it. The Forgotten Griffin was the only one that I managed to do. The other ones, I guess I didn't like make a full tour of all of them, but I would spam the selfie camera, and I would try my best to get it and me in the picture, and it was just not working out. It was not going well, because I wanted the Birdwatcher title. I never did it. I never succeeded. Oh. Wow, I was one achievement off of getting a meta achievement for the Sniffin' Seeker title that I've just now learned or relearned existed. I could have been a Sniffin' Seeker. I forgot about Sniffin' Seeks. I was terrified when they announced Delves because I thought they were just going to be big Sniffin' Seeks, and I did not particularly care for Sniffin' Seeks. You can get their corpse in the picture. Yeah. Working on was worried I would never get because of the bird rare. You could still be a Sniffin' Seeker. What if it's too late? What if I'm too old? What if the other kids make fun of me?
Argali are hardly honorable kills, outsider. If you want to earn respect, you must hunt more dangerous game.
What am I doing here? Fresh game meat. That's what I'm doing here. Oh. The centaur is negging me for killing sheep. Fine. Have it your way. Good for a lot of those exploration type achievements. More people leveling in Dragonflight might not be true. Yeah. You're too old. I was just joking. We're never too old. I know we're never too old. The centaur hunts were kind of fun. They were annoying if you were trying to do them by yourself. Later in the expansion, if you were trying to farm something from them and you couldn't find a group for it and you were just trying to solo it, they would take forever. But when they were active, they were pretty fun. That seems fine. Yeah, so I need to remember that I can dump my arcane charges barrage and I can just get him back with the orb if it's up. That'll work. Fair place to check out all the transmogs for the leveling event. There might be a post somewhere. I don't have a link handy or anything. I didn't find one. They're not on a vendor or anything. They drop from the mysterious satchels you get while you're leveling. Like them early, but when the Tyvan meta released, I was one color from my Bakar away and I learned to despise them. Yeah, mysterious satchels. I wonder if there's a set saved anywhere for it. I also got like a fun back piece as well. I don't think it would be in my regular sets tab. Maybe Better Wardrobe and Transmog might have it. And there's gonna be a rare in here. Not a rare, but like a named mob. Okay. I don't think I did that in a very good order. I really should have started with Arcane Search. Oh, I do like having extras of me, though. Shows up in mine. Maybe it doesn't until you unlock the Renown rep with the intro quest. We're talking about the sets that drop from the mysterious satchels during the leveling event, not the Nightfall event sets, I don't think. Because the Hellafall ones definitely do show in the tab once you're high enough level for them. They're recolors of the existing Hellafall sets. There we go. This is going pretty well. Level 33. What I want to do, reduces mana cost, increases, yeah, 8% damage seems pretty good, especially because that's like my main button right now. It's my favorite one. I think I'll bother clearing out my bags later when I completely fill them up. Yeah, I was trying to find a place to show the leveling mog. They're, I think, the same appearances from the anniversary event Chromie. The Chromie thing. I'm not 100% sure because I didn't get them back then. And I earned some of them. Let me see. If we go to items and we search mysterious, there's the helmet, shoulders, robes, bracers, gloves, belt, legs, feet. Okay, this is the cloth set, if that helps. Which it must. This is the cloth set, not the weapon. The weapon would be more the Timely Tourist stuff, I think. That's kind of what you're looking at. Yeah, Timely Tourist stuff. So if you had that already, with a different name, then you would be set. I didn't get it last time, so I definitely need it. Although it looks like I already have, at level 30, I've already earned the entire cloth set without any huge issues. I think I have dupes in almost all the slots by now. Quite a bit of them drop. Yeah, pretty simple. This seems like a faster way of getting them than it was last time. I'm going to try to level something of each armor type to get a set for each armor type. I guess I don't know why. I don't know why I'm bothering. More Mog is more Mog, I suppose. The idea that it might become unavailable again after the event, I suppose. Just a little bit of a classic old-fashioned FOMO. I'm trying to get in the habit of kiting things instead of just face tanking them. It's going okay. I think I'm just supposed to take them. Yeah. Ideally when the duck isn't looking. Do we know if the newer shop bundles they put out are going to be in future trading posts? Remember they started doing that disclaimer, don't think I see it anymore. I definitely don't know anything that you don't know. It's possible that even if they don't put the exact same items on the trading posts, that they do recolors eventually. that wouldn't surprise me, but I also wouldn't bank on it either. They have definitely been putting stuff on the shop, though. Must be working. Nice. How we doing?
What news do you bring outside? Do your best.
Speak to her. Okay.
May Onara's breath lift Ham. Help me place these totems for the ritual.
Seems like a lot of shop stuff has come out recently. They've been on kind of a kick with it, but this might just be the new pace. They may have on a whiteboard somewhere X amount of shop releases or shop releases every X days or whatever, and they've just got people pumping them out so they can keep posting them. If it works, then of course they're gonna. I haven't bought any in some time. I'm not feeling particularly disposable with my income right now. Plus, there's all kinds of stuff that we can get in game too. Can certainly keep busy.
Clan no-Kud can be quite aggressive.
Satchels. Oh, here's an appearance I didn't have before. Was the beacon staff. You know what? I had the appearance. Maybe it was just the item name for it, or maybe it's slightly different. I don't know. Timely tourist. Pretty sure it's the same one, but if it says collected, then I'll take it. Wait for the possible recolor. Love the Raven mounts. Maybe at 10, not 35. Yeah. I don't even want to think about what they would be in Canadian. It's just not relevant, I suppose.
What roads have you traveled? Where will the wind take you?
I don't know if it's a good idea, but I've been reading a lot of like homeowner forums to learn about the kinds of things that they complain about, just so I can stress in advance, I suppose. It's funny though that for all of it seems to be like a whole part-time job to try to like keep your home intact and keep the water where the water is supposed to be and keep on top of regular maintenance and unexpected maintenance and all these things. Doesn't sound like any of them would go back to renting if they had a chance. 45-ish, probably. Yeah. I used to get shop mounts every time they came out. And I think it was partly because I was a little bit more gung-ho about collecting and just my collection numbers. And it was also partly because they didn't come out with quite so many of them. So if it was like one shop mount in a year, it didn't seem that unreasonable. And they felt a little bit more special or notable. Now they come out so frequently that it's kind of, I don't know. It just doesn't feel as urgent. Maybe I'm just growing up. Learning my lesson because I got the Meeksy mounts. Guess how often I've used them. News. What kind of news? Oh, new Blizz post and player housing decoration rewards. Ooh, okay. Let's look at it. Hang on a second. I'm spicing some meat. Kind of love the halter top. I was going to ask if I could get away with that if I was not a horse, but it occurred to me that even if I can get away with it, I would be cold. Forgot about this whole meat roasting situation. Do we have to get it from the oven? Soup looks nice. There we go. I'm 34. Can I have ice block heal me? That's probably important. That'll probably help. I'm going to pop myself inside the inn. I will look for this news post and we can read it together. Oh yeah, 7 minutes ago. Hot off the press. Here we go. Azeroth Living. A look at housing rewards. Knowing what tools you have to decorate your home is one thing, but knowing how and where to get your decor is another. Step into our showroom as we open our catalog on housing rewards and share more information about what you can expect when seeking to outfit your Azeroth home in style. Welcome home, adventurers. Also, I'll drop this in the chat if anybody's trying to pull it up. There's the link. At the end of our previous article, we asked a few questions regarding the source of decorations and how professions fit in. Today, we're going to answer those questions, talk through our philosophy for housing rewards, and provide a few more details on the decoration economy. Before starting, we wanted to state our usual disclaimer. This is still a work in progress. Names and details may change between now and launch. This is directionally where we're aiming. There's a sentence. Begin our discussions by drafting a few guiding principles to inform our design. 3 principles. All right. Progressive journey, similar to the housing pillar of long-lasting journey. Players should expect the collection of decor to be just that, a journey. Reading between the lines, I would say they're telling you not to expect to complete everything. The collection of the perfect room and house is something to strive towards, not run to a vendor and complete on day 1. Furthermore, this journey should be engaging and possible for most players, regardless of how hardcore or not they may be. Put another way, getting any single piece of decor should eventually be possible, but getting everything should be incredibly difficult. Core gameplay is their second principle, with variations. Similarly, we want to reward decor through a wide variety of our core gameplay in World of Warcraft. We don't want decor to come from only housing-specific activities, although some will, but instead meet you where you are, however you choose to enjoy the game, whether that's solo questing, crafting decor with professions, using the auction house, running dungeons with your friends, or raiding with your guild. So if you were hoping that they would not have any housing stuff come from raids and whatever, then you are out of luck. Some of it should be, some of it won't. Reverence for the past. Some of you have been playing for 20 years, and we want that time to feel worthwhile. Your past adventures and time spent in Azeroth means your collection will have a leg up, and you won't start from square one when you first purchase a house. Okay. That's great, but what does it mean? All right. The progression journey principle means the majority of decor types, chair, bed, shelf, are considered commodities and are readily available from vendors, other players via the auction house, questing, and so on. If you want a wooden chair, it's easy and inexpensive. Next, there's investment decor. Generally more niche items in either theming or looks or appeal, which would require more time and cost investment. Examples could be a sparkling fountain with particle effects or magical books that flap about on their own. Lastly, there are things we think of as trophies. These are things that require skillful play, cooperation with other players, and or larger time commitments. Think along the lines of Mythic Plus and raid rewards or long-term achievements. If you're looking to mount Anixia's head on the wall, you'll have to defeat her and take it. Gross. Stinky. One of the powerful aspects of decoration is that since it's cosmetic by nature, placing hard to acquire things throughout the game gives players reach goals that don't hamper their character development, and they're free to pursue or not, just like mounts and transmogs. Kind of a bulky sentence. That said, it should be easily possible to kit out your home on day 1 to strike the vibe that you're looking for without too much effort. Your decor journey should start out awesome and continue to be that all along the way. All right. When we were first drafting this article, there was a line that read, "Where can I get decor?" Yes. While pithy, don't actually know how to pronounce that. I'm going to say pithy. While pithy, it's not far from the truth either when it comes to our second principle of core gameplay. I like how they had a line. They liked it, but they didn't, commit to it. They wanted to refer to it with the caveat that they thought maybe it was too spicy. Decor should come from everywhere and everything. We want you to find decor rewards in all sorts of gameplay, not just a single avenue that you feel forced to interact with over and over. While a specific jade inlaid bookshelf might come from a particular quest in Pandaria, other bookshelves could come from vendors, professions, other varied forms of content. Gotcha. And then finally, the principle of reverence for the past encapsulates a few things. Firstly, all that time spent in Azeroth is worth something, if you say so. Leveraging legacy reps, professions, and more. If you've achieved something in the past, we want to embrace that time spent. If you're exalted with someone, you'll be able to purchase their goods right away. If you got an achievement 10 years ago that rewards a new piece of decor today, you'll be granted that piece of decor on login. So some of these meta achievements might be worth something. Legacy decor should be well integrated into the appropriate existing content and not feel crowbarred in. For example, using the local systems and currencies of a piece of related content, such as Mechagon's Junkyard tinkering when it makes sense and as it's available. Am I going to protoform synthesize something? We're not going to have the decor equivalent. Pardon me. We are not going to have the decor equivalent of transmog runs. Aw. I kind of like those. We're still working through what this means in practice. But the thought of someone farming a mount for years across multiple characters every week, finally earning it, and then being told, well, time to go back and grind for the couch. Hilarious. It's rough. We'd like to avoid this. Okay, so now rare drop couch off of Arcamond or whatever. Harkening again back to the long-lasting journey pillar, going to continue fleshing out decor from past expansions in future patches, and they will be earnable via the appropriate content of their expansion. I like the idea that we'll be able to kind of go back and poke around through old stuff to get some new things. That was always very fun whenever they tacked in a meta achievement retroactively. So I think I'll enjoy doing that again. One thing we'd like to give you a heads up about here is that we intend to offer decor rewards for past expansion metas, such as A World Awoken, Back from the Beyond, Farewell to Arms. If you think you might be a decor completionist, it's worth starting these in your downtime. You don't have to tell me I did them already. And trust me, I'm a professional. Decor will be crafted by all existing non-gathering primary professions instead of creating a new profession solely dedicated to it. Happy with that. Each profession will be able to craft a few pieces of appropriate decor from each expansion using that expansion's version of the profession. So anybody who has leveled up a profession in a completionist kind of way, where they've leveled up all the past expansion versions of it, is about to make bank. To craft something from Myths of Pandaria, you will need the relevant Myths of Pandaria profession at the appropriate level. Yeah, quick, level all crafting profession past expansions before it gets expensive, yeah. To craft something, players will need not only the required recipe and skill level, they will also need to gather a new type of decor crafting specific reagent per expansion, as well as any required reagents from that expansion. General, like most profession-made goods, crafted decor can be traded or sold in the auction house. Blacksmithing can make decor made primarily of metal, enchanting makes magical things, jewel crafting makes gem and gem-studded objects, as well as being the dedicated stoneworking profession. Your professions and their levels from past expansions matter, and so do some of the regions from those expansions, in case you were looking for something else to do between now and the launch of housing. So you can see here there's a new reagent, ironwood lumber, and then existing things like sorrow moss ink for a brill coffin. I like to vary how I pronounce regent and reagent because it's fun. I don't want to pick one. Nobody asked me to, but... we want to mention a smattering of related but smaller things as well before we wrap up. Decorations are only placeable if you have enough of them, based on how many you've collected. If you want to place 4 chairs, you'll need to collect 4 chairs. Furthermore, collected decorations are shared across your entire BNet account. Anything you collect on any character or any of your game accounts is shared across all of them. So if you have 4 fountains and you place 3 of them on the lawn of your Alliance house, your Horde house will only have 1 fountain available to place. On the flip side, there is a concept of unique decor that you can only place once, no matter how many copies of it you have, such as the Nixia's head. You'll note a mention of housing-specific activities that might be better worded as neighborhood-specific activities. And we are committed to an ongoing release of new decorations going both backwards into previous expansions as well as forward into new ones. What do you want to see, etc., etc. They're going to be at PAX East on May 9th. Gotcha. Alright, who's leveling old professions through every old, through every single old, whatchamacallit, expansion as well? That's funny. Does anybody here? Let me actually, turn on his auctionator. I was gonna see if my dragonfly herbs are worth anything. Flappy's gonna make bank. Flabby always makes bank. Me, been trying to do that lately. Already on my to-do list. It seems more appealing to me now. I had kind of sort of thought about it for the sake of Maybe I'll wait for these to go up. I'd kind of sort of thought about it for the sake of whatchamacallums. Oh yeah, I guess these would be going down because other people are also leveling right now. Transmog, like for crafting old transmog from armor crafting professions and stuff. Although I kind of figured it's probably going to be just cheaper and easier to buy those things rather than like farming the recipes and leveling the professions and everything. Oh hey look, I got a primal infusion, wow. Fell off in Legion, so there's my starting point. That would certainly keep somebody busy. There's too many things to do. I can't pick. I'm weak-willed and have no commitment to any one thing in particular. I guess we're committed to getting this character leveled up. There we go. We did our orientation. Gave us a tiny bit of experience. Get rid of a couple things here. Finding I'm getting a nice amount of the recipes while doing the dungeon farming. Yeah, that would make sense. That's a good tip. Alright, we need to defeat some dueling centaurs here. Hello. Psycho, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. What do you guys think of that? I'm pretty happy with it. I did not have like a brand new profession on my bingo list anyway, and I think it's kind of nice that the existing professions will all get something. So if they wanted to get into crafting furniture, everybody will have something that they can do. And then, of course, if you want to craft it all for yourself, then you can have at it with a bunch of alts and professions and stuff. Actually, now we need to really figure out profession mains. I've changed them a lot. Yeah, I've had the idea of, like, just having a spreadsheet where I, like, assign professions to each of my alts. I just haven't actually done it. I just want a chicken map. Tad disappointed there's no new profession. May or may not have that spreadsheet. Wonder what the rewards will be for the expansion along metas. I want Tyvan in my garden. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that. Those are fun because I feel like those are achievements that well, I don't feel like I know. I've already done those achievements, so it just kind of feels like they're going to give me extra goodies for things that I've done already. And I wonder what other things I've already done that I might get freebies. Well, they're not free, but like, you know. Retroactive EBs for. There's a new word. Happy all professions will have a way to contribute. Really wanted something new to add into the mix. Meta achieves are so great. Shows you stuff for the whole X-Pack. Titles, mounts, everything. Yeah. I wonder what other old stuff I should be doing. I guess I'm doing stuff now. New pair of gloves.
A cold front precedes the storm. The chill seeps into
Incense. All right. The traitorous part of me is like, yo, if you already have the transmog set from Satchels in this character, maybe you should just start leveling a new one to get the other sets and not even worry about getting it to 80, but that's alright. He's just about to pick up. He's about to start leveling real quick. I know he is. Hey, Hazel. Hello, Lococo Shaman. How you doing? Happy Friday. Time to level old professions. Yeah, maybe this guy's my tailor. I mean, I picked up tailoring and I started... What did I start doing? I started unraveling wilder cloth. May as well. Get it leveled up. See what we can do. I don't know, that's more expensive wilder cloth. Make some bandages. Got Shadowlands Warband reps, so I hope they keep working back. Always had a tailor for bags.
I thought you might come.
Yeah, I guess I need to get less lazy about logging onto my other characters to make myself stuff. Even in Dragonflight, I had this brilliant idea where I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get an inscription character. I'm gonna get a scribe, sorted out and leveled up with profession knowledge points, so that instead of commissioning random people to make me my missives, or whatever they were called, the weekly things that you get for profession knowledge points, I was gonna make them myself. And I leveled the character. It was my undead priest alt, and I leveled inscription, and I got my knowledge points, and I spec'd them out. And push comes to shove, it turns out I am too lazy to log over. If I just commission a random person, it's only like an extra 100 gold, and that way I don't have to press log out and then log in. I'm that lazy, so I don't know if me having the different professions is really in my own best interest. Yeah, sure, we can set his hearth there. Something that I hadn't really thought about was that, yak milk pudding purchase, sure. Something I hadn't really thought about for mage, actually, is that if he can teleport to whatever city he wants whenever he wants, then maybe I can really set my Hearthstone anywhere. That's kind of convenient. The set from the satchels is the Timely Tourist set with new names that you may or may not have earned during the anniversary event. Sweet Suckle Incense. Oh. Got it. Nice. Hearthstone is set at the Night Fae Covenant. Nice. Treatises, that's what they're called. That's what it was. Made like 20, sent them out and done. I don't like working that hard. I just support someone's crafting. Yeah. Me buying my bags on the auction house. Arcane orb increases, damage increased. Or super bummed to miss the anniversary event. Really wanted those class sets. I don't know if they're going to do this, but I'm kind of hoping for your sake and other people that just didn't play last year that they would make them available again on future anniversaries. It seems possible. Whenever they get around to talking more about neighborhoods, I feel like I'm very curious about. Uh-oh. Yo, I got them all right. I got all the questions right. The odds of that were not high. The first one was by accident. Maybe they bring it back this November? The vendor said he would be back, so maybe. Okay. Yeah, that would be nice. Good day. Good day to you, Queen Kate. Hope you're having a lovely day. Sell for recolors on the trading post. Yeah, there are some nice sets there for sure. Let's pick up all these. What do you want? You want me to do a hunt? So happy I got the World Breaker mount. Missed it first time myself. Nice. Yeah, I hope that they bring the anniversary celebration area back. Next anniversary. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I mainly really enjoyed the mount off because I had an advantage because I have a lot of mounts, or at least I did. I don't think I would have as strong of an advantage in the future because I've kind of fallen off my collecting diligence a little bit. It was a great time there. When you said records, I thought about buying KK albums and Animal Crossing, and I want that for our house. I mean, I can totally see them letting you collect and play different music because they had that already in the Garrison. You had the Garrison jukebox that you could build, and you could collect different jukebox records or whatever it was they were called and play them in your Garrison to change your music. So I could totally see them bringing that back for housing. Although, I don't know if they would let you like post it on the wall with like album art. That would be cool. Nymeria7, thank you for the 26-month resub. How many mounts are you at? Well, let me see. That says 982. I'm going to turn on an add-on here. Mount that will give maybe more accurate numbers. Mount collection numbers are weird because they're kind of character specific. Somewhere in that range, though. Yeah, so 982 total for my collection, and 900 of those are usable on this character because some of them would be faction or profession locked or whatnot. Too bad they didn't offer the older collector edition pets from vanilla. Okay. What do you want? Oh, it's an injured baby salamander. Hopefully they do one day. Kind of insane. It's they've added a lot of mounts to the game over the years. I'm definitely missing mounts, especially now. Kind of going through Dragonflight and Into the War Within, there are mounts to get that are not unreasonable to farm that I just never got around to doing. Things like the Breath of Onara, Breath of Onir, whatever mount over here. I never did that. Breeze Biter, etc. What zone or tavern music would you choose for your house? I think it's going to depend on how my house ends up getting decorated. Because, like, when I'm thinking of music, my first thought is Undermine Jazz, but I don't think it would actually go with the vibe. I'm curious as to what kind of vibe I can end up making. If it's going to be kind of a gnomish thing, or... I feel like whenever I'm decorating player housing in any game, I go for plants. I go for lots of plants and fish, aquariums, ponds, wall plants, floor plants, ceiling plants, plants everywhere. That's kind of the dream. Also similar to my actual home. And if I wanted music to complement that, then maybe I would want something night elfy. But I'm not a night elf main. Like, I don't know if there's some disconnect between the decor style and the characters that I actually play. Ton of cats or I'm out. Where are the cats? Your gnome just likes night elf culture. What if my gnome is the equivalent of like a somebody who's a really big fan of a culture that they're not part of? My gnome is a night elf weeb. Despite her studies in shadow. As a druid monk, needs to be both peaceful and a savage. Outdoorsy. Am I doing anything here? I need to kill Nubach. And I don't know where Nubach lives. These are just turtles. That's just a bird. Oh, it's a duck. Oh dear. Oh no. I'm sorry. She's a little voidy. Void elf decor. Max renown level we can currently be in with the Undermine raid. That is a good question. I don't know off the top of my head. Maybe somebody in chat knows. Your gnome could be a gnome ambassador that lives in Darnassus. Although, when we were talking Shadowlands aesthetics, I definitely vibed with Kyrian more than I did with Night Fae, so... I'm all over the place. 9? My main night elves, but I love gnomes too. I think gnomes are the closest thing I have to having a main race. Like, I like a lot of variety across races in my alts, but if I had to pick just one, it would probably be gnomes.
Up for an adventure? Go well.
I love night elves, but I don't have very many of them. When I first started playing WoW in earnest, I took my dwarf warlock from Dunmoreau to the starting tree on Teldrassil. And I remember another player telling me to leave because I don't belong there. Oh man, I wonder what did it for them, if it was the dwarf or the warlock. Kill a rare over here.
One of our foragers spotted food nearby. See what you can gather.
In a cave, I think. Poor dwarf block. That's kind of fun. I don't know if it gave me a meaningful amount of experience or not. It might have. I think that's the default cooldown manager. I don't think I'm doing that. Either or I've got weak cores on weak cores. My bars are a mess over here. It's all overlapped. I don't want to talk about it. Oh, I need Arbog's horns. I think someone's proposing over here. I think that's what we're doing. If there was one race in WoW that you could magically have them open up to both factions, which one would you do? Also, I wonder if I can even do all of these. Sometimes I do these quests while I'm leveling, but sometimes they're hard to solo. Might be a good test of my character.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Well, pair makes sense to me. Undead and Night Elf. You want Alliance Tauren? Horde gnomes. Yeah, I'd love to see undead of both factions. Especially with some of the storylines we got about, like, Alliance undead, or formerly Alliance characters that became undead, and then were reconciling. I think there's room for it. I feel like Torn would have easily joined up with Night Elves. Undead and Nightborn? The reasons that Nightborn are Horde bug me. Wasn't it something kind of goofy? Mad that Nightborn had to be Horde. I didn't mind Nightborn as Horde, not for lore reasons, but just because aesthetically they're effectively modified Night Elves. They're kind of on the Night Elf skeleton, so I always preferred a little bit whenever an allied race or a new race offered a skeleton to the other faction. Like, I thought it was kind of silly when Dark Iron Dwarves were on the same faction as Dwarves. Not lore-wise, but just because wouldn't it be nice for a Horde character to be able to play a Dwarf if we're gonna have... I mean, now they can, but... Or, like, Mechagnomes and Gnomes being in the same faction. I liked it better when they split them up, like they did with Void Elves and Blood Elves. Yeah, we needed a Night Elf, exactly. That's actually a decent amount of experience.
Yo, what's up? Be good.
Just want factions gone. I like some Horde races, but I hate the Horde cities. I'm useless at navigating Horde cities. Just terrible at it. Always thought they should have been both factions like Pendarn. Oh, Tyrande didn't like the Nightborn leaders, so they joined the Horde. Oh, man. Goofy, but can we say it's not accurate? Why do I have 95 charges of Ultra Time? What's that about? That seems kind of wild. That must not be charges. That must mean something else. I wonder if I should stick around and help other people with their bosses as well. Got a couple people leveling in the same area.
Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles. Like you.
Oh, Nagumas, thank you very much for the brand new sub. I appreciate it. Oh, don't mind me. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. It's ironic to me because druids use arcane power in balance. I've never truly understood it. Both Stormwind and Orc need updates. They deserve overhauls. Yeah. They did them... Last time they did them was Cataclysm, right? I know Org... Cata Org is quite different from original Org. I guess Stormwind is a little bit as well. I don't know about wildly better. I hadn't heard about a redesign coming. It wouldn't surprise me because I'm out of the loop on a lot of news, but I haven't heard anything. There we go, we can do some damage here. You know what I haven't done yet in my life? Is Time Warp. I I guess I don't have it, do I? 49, level 49, I'll get Time Warp. There has been a new housing sneak peek, and I think I still have the link on my clipboard. So there you go. We read through it earlier on stream. More information about where decor is going to come from. Not as shocking or groundbreaking, really, I don't think, as the last update. It didn't surprise me as much. Basically, I guess the one new thing I learned is that we're not going to be running old raids hoping for furniture to drop off of like old raid bosses. Yeah, it's from today. It came out really recently, like while we were streaming today. Loved BFA, didn't care about the war campaign one bit. Looking for more Black Temple couch run. I can't wait to go farm individual goose feathers to stuff my new sofa with. Yeah, these quests are going pretty fast. I think this is decent. Alright, so Arcane Surge. Touch of the Magi. Arcane Orb. Kinda like Blink. I'm not, like, great at it. I don't always know where I'm going, but feels kinda good. A little nice. Low drop rate per one, yeah, one feather per goose. Just get 4,500 and you'll have one cushion filled.
What's up? Keep it real.
No follower missions in Dragonflight? Correct. I think Dragonflight was the first expansion they decided to not bother with the mission table. I don't know if you can catalyze the new stuff into tier. That's a good question. The emblems of service gear. I actually have no idea, and I would not want to guess. Okay. There's Touch of the Magi. There's the Arcane Orb. Shifting Power? Question mark? I just need to use Ultra Time a lot until I've gotten the feel for it, because otherwise I'm going to just keep forgetting that I pressed Ultra Time earlier. Did we do it?
Hey, how you
Elder.
doing?
There must be something. Unless this is just the world quest. This might be just the world quest. Return to the mission table for Legion Remix. Are they really gonna? I guess they would. Well, I mean, mission table would be in WoD Remix, wouldn't it? Or maybe people already know that. Did they announce WoD Remix? Or not Remix. I'm getting Remix and Classic confused. Okay, so let's touch the Magi first, and then Arcane Surge. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that was for the world quest. Okay, so I think I did the whole little batch of quests over there. That's nice. That puts us up to 38. That was actually a ton of experience. Let's do Shimmer instead of Blink. Hot take, I liked my garrison. I'm hoping that getting my player house will remind me of my favorite things about my garrison, which is having my own little corner of the game where it could be just me if I wanted. Makes me wonder what they're going to do with the mission tables in Remix. I would not be surprised if they just leave them off entirely. Mission table gameplay does not feel very remixy to me. I feel like they could just not, and nobody would be particularly wroth with them. Or not enough people, anyway.
Return when you have more to trade.
Honey plum tart. That sounds pretty good.
You have my
There are no missions, champion. Ignore this table. It is just where I am setting down my coffee. Can we get mission tables as coffee tables for our housing? Like, pretty please? Oh man. That's where it's at. It doesn't send out any missions, it's just furniture. That would be funny. It's just called the mission table. I don't remember looking at the actual models for them, but they must have had some cool art. I'm sure that we had a few different ones over time.
Your support is welcome.
Can I get a mission table as a coffee table for my actual house? You gotta believe in your dreams. And the power of,
Your gardeners,
you know,
not fighters.
local craftspeople and or Etsy.
I must speak with the Kanamatra. I implore you to join us when you are able. Within our gardens stands a portal to the
Yeah,
Emerald
we're
Kingdom.
definitely leveling a little faster
We
now.
cannot empower our Oathstone without forces to defend our charge from primalist attacks.
And there's another campaign quest right down here. Confirmed, new emblem gear is catalyzable. Good to know. Thank you for checking that. Mission table, ping pong tables in the house. Hi Hazel, hope you're doing well. Hello Meowky Berry. I am doing very well, thank you very much. Keeping it together anyway. You know, one foot in front of the other. Day begins, get out of bed. Day ends, go back to bed, that kind of thing. They do start to blend together a little bit, which is kind of frightening. I think that happens to everybody where you start to get a little deja vu and feel like days are running faster and faster and faster and faster. I don't think that's just me. I'm gonna tell myself it's not just me because that'll make me feel better. Emblem gear being the gear that you can buy off of the new Nightfall event vendors in exchange for the one emblem that you get per week per character from doing the weekly quest for Nightfall. Not just you, just old age. Just continuing age, you know? Because you get a champion piece of gear, so if that's actually quite nice that you can choose a champion slot piece of gear that's then catalyzable. I was supposed to kill him. He's dead now. Oopsies. Because at least my ult, some of them were having a hard time. Like, you have enough catalyst charges now to make a 4-set, and I would get some things from delves, but sometimes I would just have a hard time getting tier slot pieces that I would want to catalyze. And it feels bad to use catalyst charges on veteran pieces. So it's nice that you could pick out like a champion one per week. Filled in some big gaps in my lesser played tunes. Okay. Is this guy back on his second life? Is he coming? Does he want to show up? My poor hunter was 660 and was still wearing a veteran track belt until this week at 660. They should give you an achievement for that. That's remarkable. Oh, there he is. Catalyze in veteran gear, you can upgrade it and get raid fund or normal ranges. Yeah, I guess for transmog collecting, there's some merit to it. 665 with a tier 1 heroic neck and finally replaced it, jumped to 669. That's gotta feel amazing. Okay, what's next for me here? Sure. It's in the middle of the tree. How bad can it be? I think we're at war and I need to fight people, but like, we're not very at war. Oh, okay. There's somebody over here. We found him. Wish crafted gear would be catalyzable. That would be interesting. Sometimes my friends will be like, oh man, what are you guys going to use your new spark on? And I'm like, oh yes. Using my new spark. Definitely going to do that. For sure. Definitely didn't just craft 2 pieces for embellishes and then write off the system for the rest of the patch. I felt pretty accomplished with myself for having crafted gear on my warlock alt. I should probably take her through another raid clear this week, if only to use that gear that I crafted, just to make her feel like it was worth it. You know, get a little bit of mileage out of the 30k or whatever I spent getting those things put together. The staff was expensive. Alrighty. Should be nearly level 40.
Clan Nokud has made their choice. They
Another
betrayed the Marut
box.
for power.
I wonder if they can talk and I can just like work on my bags.
The horizon. It grows dark.
Let's sort some things.
It seems the Maruk and the
Wow, those really fell off in value. Those mountain pelts. That's a cooking recipe. I'm not too worried about that.
Ready your clans for war.
Gear is not going to be unless it's an upgrade.
You must be the dragon seeker Sansok Khan told
And
me
most
about.
of them are heirloom slots.
You aim to help the dragons. You can
These little random potions you get are so strange. I'm not worried about the dragonflight ones, but I got a stinky bright potion. Toxic, brightens the world around you. This sounds like a terrible idea. This is gonna hurt.
friend of the ground.
Hang on.
Well met.
I want to use it. I want to see.
We must rally our forces and find
Stinky
Onora
bright.
before Balakar can bring his army to bear.
Oh, you know what that did? It wasn't exactly... That was... It's like the sun-warmed sand. I don't know if you guys have ever used that toy. There's a sun-warmed sand toy that is great for if you're trying to like take screenshots or, you know, like record footage for a YouTube video, but it's the middle of the night, but you want your game to not be middle of the night because the lighting's terrible at night. It changes it to midday. It changes your lighting to like midday lighting. I think that's what it did. I've got... No, that's celerity. 2 hours? Yeah, 2 hours enveloped in brightness. And then if you undo it... Yeah, I don't know. I want the sky back. I don't like it. I'm putting it back. Yeah, getting the bag drops while leveling is fun. Isn't that how most people interact with crafted gear? Yeah, there is still benefit, like if you are very forward thinking and you're like saving your gilded crests and you're getting gilded crests and you save them up for enchanted pieces. Being able to craft 675s whenever you have a spark is nice because you can target your lowest item level slots that you're not getting gear for. It's not going to be quite the same upgrade level as like a fully upgraded myth track piece, but I've discovered that even if you're getting myth track items out of Vault every week, there's no guarantee you're going to get them actually offered in any slots that you need. It's probably just going to offer you myth items in slots that you either already have myth items, or it's going to offer you some stinky trinket no one's ever heard of. So, I definitely probably most likely maybe could have had a much better item level on my main if I had been saving my gilded crest and like crafting extra stuff with the sparks. And they're uncapping crests on May 14th, so there's still time, I suppose, but I don't know. I feel like our season's kind of winding down already. Okay, little new questing area. Level 39, nearly 40. Nice. I did not get 3k rating. In theory, we're still working on it. In practice, we've done a couple of weeks. We're really only... I think a lot of people are kind of feeling done, so we're really only doing maybe one night of push keys per week. And we're not really making very rapid progress. I think we would need to play a lot more to actually get some practice, or they would need to just replace me from the group. To get to the point where we're timing the keys that we need for 3k. I may not reach that point. It might just be a little bit beyond me. Don't say that. This is true, though. Or it feels true anyway. There's just not a lot of margin for error because deaths count for so much time at that key level. You lose so much time off the timer if any one person dies, and it's just very easy. You only have to lose focus for like a half a second when you're healing to lose somebody. I don't know if it's a Holy Priest thing. I think it's a me thing. I don't know if that's just me feeling hard on myself because I'm having a slightly tough time, or if it's a priest or whatever it is. It's just tough. Just don't die. Yeah. It's like a very high threshold of like sustained concentration and focus that you need, and it's just tough for me to keep up for very long at a time. You're not only paying attention to the things going on around you, but also having to think about what the next thing happening is going to be and what these next mobs you're pulling are going to do, and like what things to cast to be watching out for, and it's hard. It's really hard. And whenever there are casts, and we've pulled like a big caster pack, my group is really good at interrupts, and they're doing their absolute best to get as many things kicked as possible, but you're still going to get some regular casts that get off. And when those regular casts cast very quickly, and they do like 68% of someone's health, they just need the bad luck to get targeted with 2 within a global, and they're dead. So it becomes very crucial to top somebody up within like milliseconds of them getting casted on. Otherwise, they're in danger of getting smoked by the next thing. And it does happen, and it's always demoralizing, because if you had just managed your stuff a little bit different, you might have been able to pick them up in that global. Nightfall events should be doable. They should be doable now. They were working for me yesterday. Join late. What class are you playing? I am leveling an Arcane mage right now. I was talking a little bit about playing my Holy Priest in Keys, though, in Mythic Plus, but I'm currently leveling an Arcane mage. He's a Void Elf. I'm up to level 40, and my played time for that is about 4 hours, so maybe an hour per 10 levels. Mind you, I'm leveling in Dragonflight. I don't think I'm really going at maximum speed or anything. Oh no, the whelps. Might pick up a wee bit here. I don't think that's what I meant to cast. Okay. Oh, we got more talent points. We could do Dragon's Breath. We could do Supernova. Whew, a lot of on-use abilities. I could just take 2% haste and not worry about it. Maybe have my barrier absorb more. That might be nice. More clear casting procs, maybe. Johnson, thank you very much for the 37-month resub. Appreciate it. Legion Chromie time, you can't go back with Zidormi. Yeah, Undercity's awful that way. I had terrible issues with it during Hallow's End, trying to get to the Hallow's End area in Undercity. I don't remember what I did. I think I gave up. Eventually, when you're max level, you can skip the part. I think you can skip the parts of the quest that are required to get rid of that phase that doesn't have Zidormi in it. It's just kind of messy. Yeah, while you're leveling, it's kind of tough. Yeah, if you are in the mood to do the Nightfall event, it would be starting again in another 4 minutes. Starts every hour on the hour. Just a heads up if you were playing and you were thinking about maybe stopping by. I did it on 2 characters. I don't know that I have a strong urge to do it on more alts right now. It would be good for transmog farming, but I'm just kind of enjoying leveling this character right now. Oh, this way. I'm a little bit curious. I don't think I would try it seriously in hierarchies, but I'm a little bit curious about how Resto Shaman feels in Mythic Plus and key healing. I was thinking about making that my next alt. Do you like Arcane? So far, so good. I'm pretty new, so I don't fully know what's going on, but everything looks pretty. Things seem to die reasonably quickly while I'm leveling. Honest opinion, how is War Within versus Dragonflight? I like War Within a little better. I find that the endgame patch content is a little bit more fun, a little bit less busy work feeling to me. And I like the raids a little better as well. I liked all those things well enough in Dragonflight too. I'm generally a pretty happy person. It's hard to upset me in the games. I kind of play whatever they give me, but I would rate War Within ahead of Dragonflight for me personally. Mage definitely does feel a little squishier than other things I'm used to playing, and it's one of the first times I'm playing something that's not really much of a hybrid. I know that you have lots of tools and utility that can help you not take damage, but I'm new to all of it, so I'm not very good at it yet. Resto Shaman feels out of mana all the time. Ooh. That might stress me out, especially because coming from Holy Priest, that is one thing I'll say for Holy Priest, is you never feel out of mana. You feel like you have an unlimited supply of perpetual mana unless something has gone really horrifically wrong. Boxes, boxes, boxes. Could spend some knowledge points, actually. Herb knowledge. Oh yeah, I got some from the from the Shikar vendor, that's right. Talon card 31. Thank you very much for the brandy sub. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just get a lot more crit, get more mana. Haven't healed with Resto Shaman yet this season. Was my main last season. Totemic is very easy, and IMO best pug healer with all the utility, kicks, stuns, knocks. That sounds fun. I like the fantasy of having answers for things that are going wrong. Having a little bit of control over that instead of just hoping that your DPS do something about it. As a priest, I can Psychic Scream, and that can sometimes save things, and sometimes it makes them much worse. So I like the fantasy of being able to do something about it. Practically, it might split my focus too much. I am going to post stream VODs on YouTube. I'm a little behind on it right now. I have them saved, but I haven't published them yet. I need to go through and trim off the intros and stuff. But I will get caught up on that, hopefully sometime soon. Hope we get story mode raids for at least Dragonflight. Maybe older raids if there's story content you can't muster up players for. It would be cool to see, but I'm a little skeptical they would do that, just because it seems like recent story mode raids have been less about seeing the whole raid on tourist mode and more about here is a way for you to do the last boss so that you can see the ending cutscene and do the ending campaign quest. The fact that they don't have story mode for all the bosses, which it's not something I'm complaining about, but that makes me think that they're not in a hurry to do them retrospectively. Okay. Over here. We made it to 42. Yeah, it has been picking up. I swear after like 35, things start going much faster. I always improv a build whenever I'm leveling, and then I hit 80, import something from Wowhead, and everything immediately changes. Oh, I finished it. I guess it was just a world quest. Resto Shaman, too many buttons for me, and I don't like doing damage on them. I do damage on my Holy Priest while I'm like in between things because it just feels like I should, and it's like I'm just sneezing on things. They're just being tickled by the breeze of my smite. It doesn't... It's something. You can get to the end of a dungeon and I'll have some damage on the overall, but it's really more of a nice thought than anything else. It's not really making or breaking the difference between us timing a key.
Fight with fury.
Graphics settings. Sure. They are set up with streaming in mind, so I turn some things that I don't really mind down a lot, like shadow quality and liquid detail. I keep my ground clutter all the way off because I just don't like it. And then I cap my frame rate at 60 because that's all I'm streaming at, so I don't want to run the game at any higher than that. I do run the game natively at 3840 by 2160, and then I'm streaming at 1080 because I have a 4K monitor, and these are the settings that I find let me do that and stream without any issues, really. I'll fiddle around with them if I end up running into any problems, but my graphics card is a 3080, I think. Yeah, it's a 3080. Whenever I forget, I just stick my head under my desk to look in the window and see what it says on the side of it.
Get some
Well then,
Treat.
off with you
Wish.
then.
Treat. Wish. Is treat a verb? I guess it is a verb, isn't it? You can treat somebody to dinner or, I guess, some meat. Oh, is it a baby Bakar? Oh, it's so cute. It's like a puppy. Okie dokie. Yeah, that'll work. Something like that. I have to think about my bars a lot. More than a rock. More than a rock? Oh, I picked up a rock. I'll take quest experience for having looted a random rock. I'll do that. Meow. You coming over here? I guess she was here earlier. What time is it? It's 11:04. No problem. I streamed at a different time yesterday, and my dog was so confused. Towards the end of the stream, he was coming into my office being like, "Are you done? Why are you here still? You're not supposed to be in this room anymore." Gone down to 42 alts, and I'm happy about it. Oh, you're shaving them off. You're spring cleaning. I'm going in the opposite direction. I keep making more. Feel like I could trim even more, but not yet. Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. There's no rush, certainly. There's no hurry. You've got lots of overhead room for new alts if you want them. And I feel like if you're ever like on the fence about whether or not to keep one, you can just sleep on it. I'm in such a predicament. What's up, Scarlet? You want to level a completely new character, but you don't know what. Didn't you say yesterday you had something in mind? You were going to play a demon hunter. Where's your demon hunter? Where's Scarlet's demon hunter era? I think you should. It's a great time to level a new character, and even if it wasn't wanting to, is reason enough. If you feel like you want to make a character, you should do it. Oh, he's 80! You finished him already! Holy smokes. Well, what do you want to make next? I see. I see. Professions for those new to the game. Kind of depends on whether or not, like how much you want to engage with professions. There is no harm at all in starting with mining and herbalism, because you can level them, you can gather things, you can just sell them directly, and it'll be a great source of gold that is completely risk-free. Like, you're not gonna spend gold leveling them up and then be unable to recoup it. There's no way you're gonna end up in the hole. So what I'll often do in a new character is start with those until I figure out something that I want to do more. Beyond that, it's just a question of what sounds like fun for you. I really like alchemy because I raid and I do Mythic Plus on my priest. So I like having her as an alchemist so that she can use expensive flasks and they'll last longer, as well as being able to make the flasks to sell. But somebody that doesn't do those things, or maybe isn't interested in selling them, wouldn't necessarily want that and would just buy their flasks instead.
Off with you then. Take care which burrows you search.
How's this going? Pretty good. Ooh, epic gloves. Big upgrade. Also, do I still have my... I have 2 minutes left. We can use another surge potion. Soon. XP potions do not expire when they die. It seems like all of these buffs persist through death. They seem to all persist through death. Although, I haven't died yet. The one time I was about to die, Alex Straza saved me. Stepped in. Take the XP boost to finally level the shaman that's been sat at my warband since the start of the war within. Nice. I think my shaman's going to be a Kultiran, but I'm not 1000% set on that. I'll need to look at my options again and see if anything really calls to me.
Just in time for the
Want to make a new character? Play a really simple class. What other classes are simple to play?
trust your eagle eye. Stay sharp.
I feel like Ret Paladin is pretty straightforward. Things build holy power and then you spend them. And you have a lot of procs that will light up your buttons, and it's... You can do quite well by just pressing the one that's lit up at the time. It's very whack-a-mole. It's fun. Thought I'd watch her in a little buglin pet. Nice. I appreciate you picking me. Orc, Draenei, or Dwarf? Mm-hmm. Oh, those are an upgrade. Should put that on. Am I getting reasonable experience from herbing? I've been herbing. Let me see. What does this give me? Yes. Yes, I have actually. That's quite good. I'll take it. I have not thought once about Devastation Evoker from the time I stopped playing it in Dragonflight to right now when you just said Devastation. I completely forgot that was a thing. We don't have any in our regular raid groups or key groups. Had completely deleted it from my brain. I don't want to go to the Ezra Span. Let's go this way. Defoker slaps right now. Nice. Oh, hi, kitty cat. You want to come up? Come say hi. How you feeling? You want to come up? Hi. I'm sorry, my hands are cold right now. Okay. You got good fruit, though. Do you know any classes that are me-coded? Oh man, I don't want to give the wrong answer. You're gonna feel like I don't know you after all. Pick any race in the game to be playable. What would you pick? What Knowles or Arakawa?
See what you can get.
What race do I really want that they don't already have? Oh yeah, Dryads. And other quadrupeds. give me a Centaurs and Dryads race. I mainly want to play as Tarandrella from the Night Elf starting zone. I have played Rested Druid in the past. I have not played a lot of it recently, though. Doesn't the cooldown manager overlapping bother you? It is awful. I will give you that. It is patently awful. Funnily enough, it doesn't actually bug me. I should fix it for the sake of everybody else. Oh. It's kind of new age, you know? It's the suggestion of cooldown management. It's meant to represent the chaotic brain of a DPS. Oh, that's just how you do your bars. Oh man. You could probably have a whole stream just being rage bait by making your UI as obnoxious as humanly possible. Assuming that you had a personality to go with it. I ought to put my extra action button macro on my bar here. Named a mage suggestion. Nice. I'm having fun with it right now. Yeah, I was trying to think for you. I feel like you're ranged. But something that's like quite fun and fast. And I can't think of any of them. Fire Mage, maybe. Love low pop servers because I can have some silly names. I like to check for a class that I'm playing for the first time. I like to check the Wowhead guide for it. There should be like a quick start guide with like a basic rotation section, and that'll talk about the buttons that you need to worry about. That's where I get my sort of beginner info whenever I'm picking up a new alt. Got Periwinkle recently for my no mage in a full pop realm. That's adorable. I said that I like to check the Wowhead guides for classes. I check the rotation section and like the quick start guide to see kind of what buttons are important for me to put on good keybinds. I don't normally worry about it until level 80, but you could certainly check earlier to see what you're looking forward to. Lovely cat, thank you. This is Miss Kira. Favorite kitty in the whole wide world. Okay, did we make it there yet? Nope. Still heading to my next side quest area, just getting sidetracked here. I have 2 cats. Can I ask what your kitties' names are?
Hold your dog. Stay sharp.
Kira's a very sweet, ladylike, friendly and cuddly cat. She's a little sassy, but she's not like she's not pushy about things that she wants. She just likes to make her presence known. We also have a big dog who is young and exuberant, and Kitty will get right up in the business and be like, I know you're petting the big dog, don't forget about me. I know I'm just a little kitty cat, but don't forget about me. Meow. Artemis and Laszlo. Aw, lovely names. Wish my cat were a lap cat, but ironically Lil Mac is quite a big boyo. I wish my dog would sit on my lap even though he's huge, but he kind of knows he doesn't fit. Best I can get is he'll sleep next to me on the couch and he'll put his chin like on my legs or on my lap.
This is safe.
And then I cry a little bit because it's real cute.
Go well.
I think this is going well. There have not been a lot of battle pets in the trading post lately. There were, what, 1 or 2 months ago there was a pair of them. I remember getting one but not the other. Forget what they were though. Right next to me, curled up on his stool. Miss Kira, if she makes it to September, is going to turn 11 this year. Nice, sweetie. She's been doing pretty good, so fingers crossed.
The weather is turning.
Confirmed Hazel will no longer be mating Holy Priest. I wouldn't say that's confirmed. It's not even a rumor. I like Holy Priest too much. I like my main too much. I think I've had enough kind of expansions or spells away from my main to realize that if I'm not playing my gnome Holy Priest, I'm not going to be really happy. If I want to play something else, I can have alts. I love alts. I'll play him, gear him up, take him through a couple raids, but at the end of the day, I'm going to show up for guild raid night 1 with my priest. Ixie is a vibe. She's pretty important to me. She kind of has her own energy separate from mine. I feel like she's kind of her own thing. I just get to play her. Oh, I need to feed them. I've been murdering them. Easy mistake. Sorry, guys. What are you feeding? What am I feeding you? Favorite fruit. Bush fruit. Oh, dear. Fine due to the Arcane add-on, but more of a pain to pug Mythic Plus. Really put me off. Oh. I haven't seen you since your hair is long and blue. Been a while. Couple minutes. Long and blue hair would have been like 2019? 18? Somewhere around there. 6 or 7 years ago. 2,000 years ago. I shaved it all off in 2020. 3? 2? 3? What is it now? 5? 4? I don't know. I think I spent approximately 2 years with the buzz cut, and I've just now been letting it get a little longer. I got corals. It is kind of a relief not to be dyeing it, though. It's kind of a huge relief. 2021 Shadowlands. I remember it was Shadowlands, because I remember I had, for the Shadowlands launch, blue and purple hair, because those were like the main colors in the Kyrian zone, and it was Kyrian hair, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, I love your Night Fae hair, and I was like, But blue and purple were also Night Fae colors, and it was darker. It was a lot closer to the Night Fae ones than the Kyrian ones. It just wasn't what I had intended. You did your hair at the start of Dragonflight. Yeah, something like that. Sounds about right. Okay, we have fruit to feed the Mudstompers now so that we don't just have to deliver death onto them. That'll be a start. Hello, Hazel. Hello, Aragard. How you doing today? Happy Friday. Hope everyone's gearing up for a good weekend. Your target was recently fed. And they're about to be recently dead. I'm sorry. I don't know why I started attacking you. I didn't mean to. Watching squirrels up in the tree using their tails as umbrellas while it's raining. Oh, man. Aw. I wanted to go see more houses, but I need people to list them. I'm pretty sure I've seen them all. There we go. That's the stuff.
What roads have you traveled? Good luck.
If I don't find a place in another month, I'm gonna start, like, inventing hauntings. And then trying to scam people out of their houses, being like, oh man, I heard ghost sounds. Should really give it to me for 80% of market value. That would be great. I'll take care of the ghosts. Don't worry about me. Crazy how you're leveling. Just 17 yesterday. Yeah, it started to pick up. It felt a little slow. It was taking about an hour per 10 levels for a while. And maybe we're still at that. I'm at 45 and my played is 4 hours and 40. So yeah, about the same pace, I would say. Ghost Bouncer. Gonna be a Scooby-Doo villain? Mm-hmm. No. But, you know, desperate times, etc.
Let's gather a few specimens, shall we?
I don't know if I can sell these herbs for anything, but just gathering them has been a pretty good experience. I like the lightning infused rock. Oh, over here. Gotcha. I've enjoyed this zone. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay out here, though. I'm going to run out of quests eventually. I think I'll try to do as much as I possibly can of the Anarn Plains. I definitely don't want to go to Thaldraszus, and I don't particularly want to go to the Azurspan. There's another talent point. Sure. 2% haste. Thinking I might order Chinese. Can't decide what I want. My go-to, if I can get it, depending on like what kind of Chinese and or adjacent what's available. Not everybody does it well, but I like a good Shanghai noodle. With like the really thick, I think they're buckwheat noodles. And then usually like some vegetables and tofu and sauce. It's good. Okay, we have a situation. Here we go. This button, this button, this button. This button. Morning, Hazel. Good morning. Love the ghost ducks you can get as battle pets. I think I tamed one called the Quackcester. I think that's true. Yep, there it is. Every now and then I'll pull it out again just to have a giggle at the name.
These are perfect samples. Thank you for your help.
We're here. Hello, Two Bones. How you doing? Happy Friday. Made up to 46, actually. I'm pretty pleased with how quickly this is going.
Greetings. Stay sharp.
Nearly 47. Yeah, it's picked up a lot. Just learned the 2 renown pets from the Undermine raid, Tiny Torque, Mini Florendo, if summoned and they see each other, charge at each other and explode. That's fun. How'd you figure that out? You know somebody else that has one? You must, right? That's really cute. I don't think I have them. Maybe that's a reason I should keep raiding in Undermine, is I don't think I have enough renown yet. I haven't really been... I don't think we finished everything. Okay. That hurt. What am I supposed to do? Eat food? Conjure some refreshment? I guess I'm just regenning health anyway. There we go. There's 47. We can move while channeling arcane missiles. Fun. Think I saw you do an interview. Super excited for that feature. You helped push it. Maybe. I have interviewed Ian before. I do not remember what I asked. I used to black out for those things. They scared me so much. Can't wait to earn the Florenda mount. Future X-Pack, because I can't be raiding this time. A couple of years ago. It was cool. Yeah, dev. It's cool that they give dev interviews to creators, but they terrify me to my core. I'm kind of an anxious person to begin with, so I'm already like just on a rough keel if I'm just talking to like a stranger. Let alone somebody who builds the game that I've propped up my whole life on in front of people. Spooky.
My heart awaits you.
Okay. Yeah, this is going a lot faster now. I wonder what the average alt do in 10 to 80 in this event. I know some people are probably able to do it like really quickly. And I have not been queuing for time walking dungeons, and I could now be queuing for time walking dungeons, and that would get a lot of experience. Especially because I don't really need the satchels anymore, do I?
My hearth awakens.
Maybe I'll queue for one. I'll put myself in queue for one time walking dungeon just to get the badges.
What do I have for you?
Queue for them at level 10. Oh. I can never remember because I feel like it's always different. Like when I was leveling my warlock, like last week, I mean, it wasn't, I don't know. I feel like I had a hard time getting into the level range for it. Maybe it's different for Legion, or maybe it's different for this event. Is there any more quests around here? Yeah. We love wanted quests. We live off of wanted quests.
My heart.
No idea. Feel like I've always been able to do it lately at level 10.
May your family be blessed with daughters.
Yeah, I wonder what DPS keys are like. It says 5 minutes. That's pretty nice if true. Sold a couple things. Oh no, they're up to no good. It's 11:28. I kind of want to see how far I can get this level today. Probably at least 50, maybe 55. Ritual interrupted. 3 years ago, holy smokes. Sorry about the link. The stream bot eats them by default. Really want to get the white Lynx pet from this patch. I'm excited about the Void Lynx mount, but as far as I can tell, there's nothing special I can do aside from just doing the weekly and hoping for the best. Maybe I should be doing the weekly on more characters. I don't think I'm going to do very well in this dungeon. I kind of panic when faced with anything really. Anything that's not like one big mob. Why does WoW tell me that recently updated add-ons are out of date? It's possible that an add-on author, when updating their add-on, didn't do the version number in a way, so it's still tripping that out-of-date flag. Or maybe they've pushed another like micro patch and it really is out of date. I haven't updated my voice pack in a bajillion years, so I don't really remember. I'm part of the problem. Not the little no mage art. He looks so tired. He looks like he's late for his nap. Been doing dailies on alts. I mean, I'm not 100% certain. I heard it was from the weekly box. I was doing, well, I mean, I guess at least yesterday I did some dailies and alts anyway because it's good for extra rep and it's good for collecting the purple armor sets. Eyes vacant spec arcade. Hotel. Tavago. He's trying to decide if he can still make it to the early bird special at the diner. They're gonna have me kill this guy again. I know it. I can feel it. Got a satchel out of it, though. Speaking of sleepy, you can't see her anymore because she's out of the shot, but I have the sleepiest little kitty cat. Yeah, Arcane's pretty. It's one of my favorite things about it. I'm a sucker for sparkly purple magic. Arcane Orb was supposed to hit. Did not think that through. I'm just sending that one out into the universe. That one's a gift for the Earth Mother. Oh, I haven't even thought about hero talents for mages. I don't even know what they are. That'll be kind of fun. Is there generally one that's accepted as the main one for Arcane Mage, or do you take different ones for different situations? I know some classes kind of have like a given hero spec that you take, and then some will be more situational. Playing Squishy really scares me. I can deal with it on my priest because I'm used to it. I've played my priest for so long, I kind of know where all of my little defensives are. And playing a priest makes you kind of twitchy about all the different things that can kill you. Especially if you do keys a lot. You get like a tiny bit of nervous energy every time you approach a danger spot that you know can one-shot you if you're not careful. Because there's plenty of things that other people can just shake off and walk away from that will leave you dead on the floor. But you get used to it. But on this character, I don't know. I have a vague idea of what the buttons are, but the right order to use them in and where I'm going, problem. I think mages are great at kiting, but I have a bad feeling I'm going to end up kiting myself directly into more trash. Shamans have that security blanket of an Ankh. Comfortably go Spellslinger all the time. Okay. Both of them have been not too bad. Wowhead has been pushing Spellslinger builds, though. Alright. There we go, level 49. Oh, we got Time Warp! Man, when we were talking about Time Warp at 49 earlier, I didn't think I was going to get there today. That's fun. I got talent points to spend. There we go. Wait, no, that's not what I meant to do! Oh dear, I just walked up to him, time warped mirror images, and then ice blocked. I don't know what I thought I was about to accomplish with that. I think that on a hunter, that's my Bestial Wrath button. Wait, I'm scared. You're immune, but faster, right? Considering getting into WoW again, would you say now is a good time to get into it? I think so. There's lots to do. There's lots of great catch-up available. We are not on the brink of a new tier being released, but we're at a point where they've made it easier to get into the existing tier. I'm having lots of fun with it. It's also a great time to come back and level alts. Oh, epic satchel. Sun Fury looks cool too. If you like having the orbs above you and a bigger bird familiar. I do like the bird. I think the familiar is really cute. I'm a sucker for a pet class, even a little fake one. Now I have Strength of the Isles, I think. I have too many buffs to figure out what I spell stole. Was the word that housing could drop as a feature before the next expansion? Not that I heard. If that's the rumor, then it's news to me. We learned more about housing today. There was a new article that went up. I wonder if I've been forgetting to rescue some people's spirits. Because I think I've killed more than 2 of them, but I've definitely only released a couple spirits. Yep. There was a rumor because on that graphic for content release, they put out a house symbol at the end of this year. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could definitely see it for pre-patch. That would be very... I would expect... Well, not expect that, but kind of expect that. I would be very surprised to see it before pre-patch, though. Wish I could be more excited for housing. I think we need to lower our expectations a bit. I mean, depending on what your expectations are. For me and what I had in mind, it sounds like it's gonna more than live up to what I wanted. But I can't speak for what other people were expecting. I feel like I need a spreadsheet for my alts. It's time to get organized.
How is your health?
Can't wait to not tidy my WoW house like IRL. I don't know. This is terrible. This is not me doing a good job. Also, this 5-minute queue has clearly proven to be a lie. They updated it. Oh, hey, I complained about it and it popped. Imagine that. I complained about it and it became 9 minutes, in which we'd been for 11. Impressed with how customizable everything was. I had ESO and benchmark as my benchmark, but WoW blew that up. Hope there's lots of items. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of different things to collect. That was my takeaway from the article they had today, is that you can get any one thing without a ton of effort. That's what they said, but if you're trying to get everything, good luck.
You have achieved mastery over the forces that constantly seek to control you. You have become a formidable weapon of the Alliance, champion. Return to the Void Rift so that
Server
you can honor
issues.
your accomplishment.
In game? Or in stream? My game's been fine. For now. I am a North America and I'm based in the West Coast. If that helps. Time consuming for anyone who has not maxed their professions. Well, it sounds like they could buy those things from other people. It's just like Transmog. You could say the exact same thing of Transmog in that there's lots of appearances available from old professions. But a lot of them you could get crafted from other people.
These Progbar have been tapping into abilities they should not possess. No doubt it has something to do with the latent power still lingering within these rocks.
I think I used my Arcane Surge much too early.
Atreya, you would lead these intruders against us. Darkrule cannot
Oh
control
no, my Brock.
He will destroy High Mountain, not conquer it. Either way, I will enjoy.
I was confused. I logged onto my alt, and his Nightfall weekly quest was completed, and I definitely didn't do it. Oh dear. Starting this time walking dungeon at level 50. See what we're at by the end of it. We have an experience potion on? Actually, we don't. I'm gonna put one on. There we go. Now we have an experience potion on. Oops. Just fat fingering my orb. Don't mind me.
Into the barrels. I'll hold them here and join you downriver. No,
One of my all-time favorite dungeons for one reason. No,
join you on the other side.
I won't be doing that. The dialogue that stuck with me from this dungeon
Father, he does
was,
not
"You're
know
not
how to
fighting,
meddle."
you're not eating."
Please.
It's
you've already taken
multi-purpose.
what food you have. Search everywhere. These peasants have been hiding rations from the army. If you're not fighting, you're not eating.
There he goes, he said the thing. Also, Avalanche used to strike fear into the very core of my being. I should probably have a little read through of what it is arcade mages are meant to be doing. I think someone's doing so much damage. I don't even have details on right now. Someone's doing so much damage. I'm just gonna Arcane Explosion, that'll help. That by the time I've figured out, like, it just doesn't feel worth it to press any of my cooldowns until we get to a boss. I may as well just Arcane Blast, maybe Orb. Interrupt, I'm helping. Avalanche and Mythic Plus is sweat-inducing, especially in a multi-melee group. Yeah, there is nothing worse than being ready for it pre-moving, only to have a miscommunication where you end up just getting smushed by somebody else's avalanche anyway.
Pay attention, Navarad.
Ditronus.
I want you to see
Ditronus.
your heroes die.
Thank you very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Thanks for picking me. I'm very flattered.
Go ahead and run. It will change nothing.
I wonder if we're gonna have to do the thing. The shell game.
So this
No, we are
is
not.
what
Thank
you
goodness. I'm
like
terrible
to
at it.
worry.
I have no talent for the shell game at all. Got the Violet Goblin Shredder from that surge pricing, or maybe for the surge pricing knife fight one. Congrats! Yeah, that one has a chance to drop when you finish your 9th job in a streak. That was probably your job number 9. This stuff is my cooldown manager. It is a big hot mess. I enabled it and set it up very poorly and then have completely forgotten about it, so if it looks confusing, it's because it's awful.
Mother of worms, arise! If they complete this summoning, our passage to Darkroll will be blocked. She comes. Naraxis will feast on your bones.
Oh yeah, the grubbies. Where's my advocate again? This one. It's fun. Okay, we're gonna Arcane Surge. Focus pause. Like all good DPS. Don't worry about what's happening behind you, just make the boss fight over and then you don't have to worry about
One
it.
more time. We must strike at Darkroll now. I am sorry, heroes. It appears the treasure you seek will be found on the other end of this beast.
Yeah. Mild biohazard and time warp badges.
You were prophesized to seize my hammer. Pathetic. Let them come. Witness the fate of those who stand against one worthy of wielding the power of a titan.
Yeah, it's going pretty fast.
Rip
I
them
probably have
apart.
somebody carrying in here, to be honest.
I am
It
sorry,
seems things seem to die
heroes. I must
quickly
leave
whether
you
I've
now.
pulled, whether I've started
But know
casting or
this,
not. So I think
I
I'm
have
just benefiting
witnessed your
from somebody
deeds
who's
with pride, and
just
I am
absolutely
sure you
wailing.
will not fail High Mountain in this final hour. I will break this world asunder before I let you take my hammer. The mountain will gnaw on your bones. I am the shaper and forger of this world. How is this possible?
something like that.
The hammer never
And we're out of
shows
here. So that'll give me
It
another,
seeks a wielder
yeah,
who
500 time warp
possesses
badges.
true strength,
That's good.
and you were found lacking.
Found Hazel, had no clue you streamed, longtime YouTube channel follower. Hi, I'm here. I stream 5 days a week, 9 to noon Pacific time. Mornings for me.
Then
Oh wow, that's a huge item level upgrade. I'm leveling an Arcane mage right now with the leveling event. It's pretty fun. I don't fully know what's going on, but that's okay. That's what alt leveling's all about. That got me to 53 and almost 4. So just about 4 levels from one time walking dungeon queue that I was in for... Couldn't have been longer than like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Not very long. There's a fair bit of RP in that one anyway. Good, have a good rest of stream. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up another like 10, 15 minutes or so. It's gonna be time for my lunch too. Oops. Panic block. Maybe I should move that onto a different button. Stick it down there. You can cancel ice block with pressing it again, which is nice. You don't have to worry about making a cancel or a macro. It's the same thing with turtle for hunters. It was healing me though. It'll be fun to see if I can get any gold for these herbs that I've been collecting this whole time. I think I can. I sold some Rye the Bark for like 14 gold a piece, and I felt like it was Dragonflight all over again. Hazel saved me from getting mad at Remix and showed me how easy it was to own it. Aw. Shucks, guys. Another talent point. Oh, 54. I'm using a lot of prismatic barrier, so I'm putting a lot of talent points into it. I don't know how to not take damage, so any shields I can get are helpful.
You returned. Have you
I
relayed
think
my orders?
if I play this tomorrow on stream
Have you
again, I
eaten?
can probably make
I
it to
should warn
70.
you.
If not,
Goku
get
has a
started
bit of
on
a
the road to 80.
self-confidence problem. Rest assured, he's an excellent.
You know what I actually want to do for the last little bit of stream, though?
I think.
I want to check. I'm going to just stick him in an inn and check real quick. Here, 219. Seeing if any of these are upgrades. 241. 152. No, need better boots. I want to check on the last 2 delves that I'm waiting for the right story for my Glory of the Delver, actually. So let's grab... Yeah, I'll grab the priest. As you can imagine, mages and delves not that great. Yeah, I'm gonna find out in a hurry. It's gonna be something. I wonder if Tank Brand makes it any better, or if it's no good because you can't heal him anyway. Right, so for my Glory of the Delver, the last 2 things I need are Earthcrawl Mines and Underkeep stories. Earthcrawl Mines is up here. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the portal to the bottom zone first to go check Underkeep. Need to just stay on top of doing this every day. Doesn't matter if it's bountiful, just needs to be the right story. I only have 2 left. We can do it. There's a mount at stake. I was kind of debating whether or not I should be doing this on my... Oh, it is bountiful anyway. Whether or not I should be doing this on my hunter or paladin or warlock or something. This is my highest item level character. She's 667. This is my main. But Shadow Priest in Delves is kind of... is fine. I wouldn't say it's fast. That is an absolute lie. Arcane is unbelievable in Delves. The mount of my boot. A spider in my shoe. Okay. Looking for a story called Evolved Research is what we would be happy to see here. If it doesn't have that one, we're not doing it. It does not. It has third-party operation. We need Evolved Research for Underkeep. So forget that. We go back up to the top and we check Earthcrawl Mines. Can't decide. Rogue, Hunter, DK. Oh, Hunter for sure. Any excuse for extra hunters. Because you can pick new pets. Doesn't even matter if you already have hunters. They're fun. I like them for questing in Delves a lot, but they're viable in other stuff too. But having your pet tank for you is super, super handy. This is my favorite trading post mount they've ever done. I don't think they're ever going to top it. I actually use it all the time. In the set with it. Alright, we're hoping for precious ores. Darn it. Alright, not up. Worth a look. Had to try. Suppose she can head back. Did she get anything for that? Yeah, sure, why not? My mage is safely tucked into a rested area. That should be good for the day. I had some notion about doing, I think I might even have, yeah, I've got a chat list to turn in. I'm really looking forward to Warbound Valor Stones because my main is constantly Valor Stone capped, or at least close to it. And it just feels terrible to just do things that give you Valor Stones and get none of them because you don't need them when my alts could use them.
Returning to task. Goodbye.
Hi. Hello, Corinda. How you doing today? Do you have a favorite mount, period? Love Wild Dream Runner.
Welcome, Outlander.
I'm not sure if I do have a favorite mount. There we go. We got a team loaded for this.
Paths intertwine.
What have I said before? Not to sound spoiled, but there's just so many. Pets are easier because I'm nostalgic for like the first pets that I ever got. So my Greenwing Macaw is very special to me. I feel like I just pick a new mount for every character. And I don't know if there's any one mount that was like so hard for me to get that I bonded with it. Obviously I farmed for Midnight for what felt like a bajillion years before it finally dropped. But I don't ride it. I don't ride it around. Yeah, I do. That's right. That's right. I did used to say the snapback scuttler because that was quite the accomplishment to get, and because it looks cute and fun and it walks sideways and reminds me of an actual animal that I've met before in real life. And then, yeah, the Blood Troll one was just fun because we really gave it to the, what am I thinking of? Vile? No. I can't even remember the name of it. It's the Flying Blood Tick from BFA. Clearly not that important to me. I've forgotten. Been streaming for years. How many years has it been? It's a bit tough to count because I've kind of bounced between platforms. I streamed on Twitch very early, and then I was on YouTube for years, and then I came back to Twitch. I would say my first stream was probably in the neighborhood of 2014, so 11 years. And those would have been like early Twitch streams. Leaping Vein Seeker, thank you. I think it doesn't help that the name of it is completely different than the item that teaches it. Yeah, it's been a while. We're all getting older, day after day. I think it's great. Tamed Blood Feaster is the item, yeah, because it's still something that you can like buy and sell too. Kitty Cat, did you want to say anything else to the people before we wrap up for stream? You want to visit? I'm disappointed that my delves weren't up, but maybe tomorrow. We'll check again tomorrow. I've decided to start putting in. Oh, you know what else actually that we can do tomorrow? Question mark? There's gonna be another batch of Undermine World quests. I want to keep up with them for rep. That one's up for 2 days. I want to keep up with Undermine World Quest for rep because they buffed it now. You get more rep with your chosen faction for doing your weeklies and your world quests. So yeah, maybe we'll do a little bit of that. I want the part-timer achievement. You know what's gonna happen is I'm gonna get like 80 chat lists into part-timer, and then they're gonna be like, oh hey, we hot-fixed it, so if you've turned in 7 in a row, you're the employee of the month for the sake of Chetmate. I've turned in 7 of 100 so far, so it's not like I'm exactly close. got a couple more alts that we can do those on too. I made it to... Oh, I thought that was my all the things keybind. I think 60-something% of things collected and undermine. I don't know if I'm going to get much higher than that unless I zone lock and really put my nose down about it. Yeah, 62% of things collected. It's apparently shoes I could get from the Godfather. Maybe I should look into that. This is what I'm working on by turning in these chat lists. It's just one jetpack. I'm not even gonna use it. Maybe I will. I'll have to make a green jetpack transmog just to make it worth. And then of course you've got mounts from each of the cartels at Exalted. From each of the caches as well, which is kind of rough. This is just the regular Renowned Quartermaster guys, so these appearances are mainly just resonance crystals. Yeah. We can buy them, it's just real expensive resonance crystal wise. They're cool appearances, but I was kind of saving for mounts and whatnot. I haven't even got the purple jetpack. I guess I could do that. Fine. I also did not buy this engine because they wanted 2,600 resonance crystals, and I'm being very cheap about those. Do I have more? It's nice that resonance crystals are tradable, especially if you've been leveling a lot of alts. You tend to pick them up. Oh yeah, I do have some extras. You tend to pick them up while you're leveling and while you're doing like weeklies. So I'm sitting on about 33k, so we're not out. But the mounts are just so many. Race has a small effect. I mean, your race will determine which classes you can be, although they're much more open than they used to be. Your racials will have a small combat effect, but it's not really worth worrying about, I would say. How many does ATT say you need? I don't want to know. Probably over 100,000. Probably over... Hang on. Alright, let's find out. Let's look. Do you hope they do another remix soon? I'm expecting the next remix end of expansion again, kind of in the last patch, once we're kind of done with the next rating tier. I would not want to see it before then because I'm busy. I'm not ready for it. Yeah, 33,000. Oh, all the things says I need 421,125. Hey, we're under 500,000. Good grief. Oh, man. I do want a personal fishing barge, though. Boat Swain Hardy. How many? Some of these things, like the engines, I'm just not going to bother with. Oh, he's the Blackwater Quartermaster. Gotcha. Okay. It's a toy from there. 5,000 resonance crystals. That better be a cool looking fishing barge. Do you think Mop Classic is worth committing to? That is a tough thing to say. It's going to be a very individual assessment. I haven't really been playing any of the classics. I don't know if I'm going to be a great resource for that. It was a fun expansion. I think there's going to be lots of people playing it. I think if you are feeling the itch and you're interested, it'll be worth trying. 1.5 million more anima. I can't even think about anima. I don't even want to go there. Oh, man. Alrighty. It is time for me to wrap up. I want to thank you all very much for joining me today. I appreciate the company. Tomorrow is Saturday. I stream Saturday, Sundays, unless any, like, short notice house showings come up. I should be here, same time, same place. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!